I heard a splash. I don't see our balloon. It's under. It's under. Here we go. Here we go. Hi y'all, good morning from the Florida Keys. I am back after some saltwater fish today. And my plan this morning is to really work this bridge right here around all these concrete columns. We're gonna fish for just a variety of species, throwing a spoon while simultaneously going after some sharks, folks. I'm gonna put us a big piece of either cut bait or probably a live bait once we start catching some fish. Put that under a balloon, just troll it around behind the kayak while we're doing some other fishing with the spoon there. So we're gonna have some fun today. We're gonna catch us a bunch of fish of a variety of species and have us a good time, y'all. Yesterday I fished just south of here at the next bridge down, which is significantly smaller bridge to this one. We got a lot of concrete here to work. Not only here, we may work our way up here to the power lines too, work around them concrete pillars. So come with me today, y'all. We're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna put y'all here in the chest. I'm gonna bring you with me raw and uncut, unedited today. Y'all gonna see everything from right now when I'm gonna start fishing. Well, I guess technically, I started fishing on the way up here because I was trolling. I had a long run to get up here. But I only caught one little, I don't even know what it was, to be honest with you. I don't know what kind of fish it was. But nevertheless, the real fishing starts now. And I'm gonna bring you with me for all of it. I'm gonna fish for 3 or 4 hours this morning. I got some plans this afternoon with my girlfriend. We're vacationing down here, but I'm trying to get some fishing in much as I can. And unfortunately, where I launched from the place we're staying to come up here, and it took me right at an hour to get up to this bridge. And of course, I'm gonna pedal an hour up, I gotta pedal an hour back. So that's a big chunk of my day. So I'm gonna have 3 or 4 hours here that I can fish. But right now, the winds are either light or we are shielded from it with the direction it's blowing. I'm not sure. The wind was supposed to be up today, but I walked out this morning and I said, well, surprise, this is nice. I can deal with this. So winds are good. Right now, the current speed is good. Once we get out over here under the bridge, kind of toward the middle of it in the channel, it's going to be a lot more intense current. But I'm just going to start right here. We'll work around the bridges here. We'll make some cast over here on this rocks. There's a bird sitting over there. I guarantee you he ain't sitting over there for no good reason. He's over there because there's some bait or something over there. So we'll venture over there and see what we can find. But I've been having fun on this trip, y'all. I've been just, getting used to this new kayak I got here. It's made getting around, loading and unloading so much easier. And we hook into something big today, we're gonna get towed, buddy. We're gonna get us a sleigh ride today. And we're gonna try, as soon as I've got some cut bait, or some baits we can use for cut bait. I got some jacks in my cooler that I had kept yesterday, and I used part of them last night. Me and my girlfriend went out to the dock at the place we're staying at and chunked up some baits and threw out trying to get a shark from the dock last night. That didn't pan out. I had something hit me. Oh, I got a school of fish right here after. I see a bunch of them right there. Let's see what these are. If it's something legal, or something that I don't know if it ain't legal, then we will put that on our hook. Oh, it is, yeah. We can use this. We can use this right here. Oh, don't lose him. Get down there. You sit right down there till I'm ready for you, fish. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna back up just a smidge. We're gonna put him on our big rod. My big rod here, this is a Catfish Sumo Elite 150. This thing can deadlift 150 pounds. This is a big game rod, folks, and I've got a Daiwa SGT 50 reel. I got 50-pound mono that goes down to a wire leader, big 10-aught size circle hook I've got a balloon above my leader. We're gonna float this thing up off the bottom. Yesterday, I was bottom fishing, and crabs, I think it was, got our baits. One of them anyway, and eats the whole bait basically. I'm just gonna run this hook right there through his mouth. We're gonna cut a slit or two in him, get him bleeding right here. Y'all turn away while I do the deed here now. Some of y'all offended by that kind of thing. I know you are. I hear it in the comment box. People get mad at me. Fishing's a cruel thing, folks. It's a fish eat fish kind of world, and we're playing our part in it here. All right, let me back us up here. I'm gonna lower our balloon. I'm gonna raise our balloon. I've just got a party balloon here, basically. We've tied an overhand knot around the main line, and this will keep this bait up off the bottom, keep him 3 or 4 feet of the surface there, and hopefully allow him to swim freely and not have any damn crabs mess with our shark fishing today. It's hard to catch shark if you ain't got no bait on the hook, and them crabs will clean you out real quick. So let me turn him around here, and I'm gonna just, bear with me a second here, folks. I gotta get me a thumbnail for the video. We'll just turn like that with the bridge in the background there and the light best we can. All right, good enough. And I'm just gonna toss him out. I'm not running him real far behind us, because we're gonna be working around these bridge columns, and especially when we get over there toward the middle, we're gonna have some more current to deal with. So what I am gonna do, yesterday I ran it free spool with the clicker on. We're not doing that today, because I totally botched a fish yesterday. What we're gonna do instead, I'm gonna have the clicker on, but we're just going to lower our drag down. We're gonna loosen our drag. That way when something takes off with it, I do want to get him a little bit further away from us here than what he's at. If a big shark comes up after him and nails him, I don't want the shark nailing me too. But I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna just, try the looser drag today. Yesterday it was just, I botched it, man. Got him in a big backlash and everything, because I get excited, and I never use the clickers at home when my normal catfishing and stuff. It's just not my clickers. It's just not my style, It's not my thing. I don't do it often, and so yesterday I just totally botched one that could have got us. It potentially shark, potentially something else. I don't know what had our bait, but something had it. And I botched it, and then I threw out a mackerel. I put the whole bait on, just cut some slits in him. And nothing had messed with him, or so I thought. And then I got done at the end of my trip. I went to reel him up, and there was just basically the gill flaps was all that was left. The damn crabs had just chewed him up. They had just had a smorgasbord down there, and I'm sitting down there with just gill flaps on a hook, not going to catch anything, and I didn't know it. Because I was fighting the current the whole time. Here's another fish of some kind. Oh, it's one of them old, hopefully he comes off, folks. That's one of them old needle fish right there. I'll show you this bait too. There he went. Let me back us up. So this bait here I'm throwing, and we're gonna throw this a lot this morning because it was really productive yesterday. I've tied a new one on and a new leader. We got to fresh everything here today, but this is a sumo spoon. It's just a curved piece of metal with a hook. This one's painted white. But you pull this through the water and it's spinning, causing a lot of vibration, a lot of flash, and it looks like a fleeing bait fish. I've got that on a 15-pound fluorocarbon leader up to a ball bearing swivel. Very important, your swivel. You will get a lot of line twists with this lure if you don't have a good swivel. And then I got a little 1/4 ounce worm weight above the top there. Give it some extra casting distance because those spoons are so light. And I've just got it on a bass rod. This is a a medium heavy action bass rod. I guess this would be considered light tackle for ocean fishing. A 30-pound braid, 3,000 size reel. So we're gonna have some fun today. We will catch. Yesterday I caught jacks, I caught mackerel, I caught some fish I don't even know what the hell they are. I caught a tan. I mean, I'm catching everything down here except sharks, folks. So we're gonna try to do the balloon rig today and see if that will help our cause. And I apologize if we got some road noise right now. We're right here by the highway on this bridge. I'm hoping the microphone will drown it out a little bit, but hopefully the noise will subside a little bit once we get up there on the deeper part of the channel. We'll be farther under the bridge anyway, with the height and all. Okay, good. That balloon's still behind us a little ways. I don't want to get a shark coming after that bait and then it run full speed into the bait and run full speed into us, like not trying to attack us, but us just getting in the way. I'm a little concerned about that, especially in this kayak here, this Hobie Lynx. It sets so low to the water. That's my biggest fear with this kayak. There's something running up onto the floor of it here. Yeah, I just want to make a few casts over here along these rocks. We saw that bird. I feel like Mother Nature may have given us a little indicator that there was some bait over here, and we'll just have us a good time today, folks. I'm down here vacationing. If this is your first time ever watching one of my videos, I am not an expert at anything really, but especially this saltwater fishing. I'm just an old hillbilly from the sticks type person. I just come out here winging it, man. And fortunately, I have had some success catching fish. I'm not getting skunked doing what I'm doing, so I don't know that what I'm doing is the most effective or productive techniques, but you know, I've been able to have some fun, and that's what you want to do on vacation. You obviously want to catch some fish, but I want to have fun, certainly, and I'm doing that, man, because everything I pull up, it's something new, it's something different that I don't have back home. And all these saltwater fish, man, they fight like a Dickens. They're just all they all just got a bad attitude. And I guess they have to out here, because I mean, literally every fish out here swimming is on the menu for some other big fish. Like, it's everybody's a predator and everybody's prey out here. So and plus you're always fighting the current. Oh, something followed that right there. Did you see that? Something followed that thing all the way back. But I mean, every day you're fighting current nonstop. Whether the tide's coming in, the tide's going out, you got current. So these fish, they're constantly on a treadmill. They're constantly having to hunt food, and they're constantly being hunted. So it's a hard life being a fish out in the saltwater. I wouldn't want to trade places with them, that's for sure. But I'm down here for, what's today? Today's Wednesday, I'm filming this. So I've got today, tomorrow, and Friday. We're leaving out Saturday morning. So I basically got 3 days. I'm gonna fish all 3 of these days for part of the day. My girlfriend is with me, not out here on the water. She's a very gets motion sick very easy, so she don't do kayaks or boats or anything like that. She'll be puking her guts out. But she's down here with me, and so I spend part of my day fishing, and me and her go do stuff. Yesterday we'd talked about going to the turtle hospital, we decided we're gonna go today because of the time I got back yesterday and we went and got some lunch. It was later in the day. I was like, well, let's put it off till tomorrow. So today, when I get back this afternoon, we are going to go to the turtle hospital down in Marathon. And it's an actual hospital for sea turtles, and they do tours of the place. It's pretty reasonably priced. I think it's $35 a person, if I remember correctly, for a 90-minute tour. And so we're gonna go do that. Yesterday, we had lunch at a place called Robbie's, and I fished over there by it. The next bridge down is where that Robbie's restaurant is at. Oh, something hit me right then. And get this, folks. Yesterday, I was seeing all them people standing out there on the dock looking around. Oh, there's fish. Let's see what this is. Is that another one of them like we... Oh, this is one of them things we got to be careful with right here. Boy, one of these things yesterday, I had two of them actually, stuck me. I don't know what kind of fish they are. I tried looking them up last night. I couldn't get 100% verification of what it was. I'm gonna try to just shake him off right there. I apparently ain't gonna be able to shake him off. Let me grab my cutting board. Here's what I done yesterday to keep myself from getting stuck. They've got these fins. I'm gonna try to show you here if I can pin him down, get that hook out. There we go. Look at them fins right there. I don't know if you can see them or not. They pop up right there. Boy, them things are like little spikes, man, and they got me twice yesterday before I smartened up and quit handling the damn things. Well, we're gonna get wrapped around the balloon here if we ain't careful. Yeah, I got stuck in the thumb and in the palm, and boy, them things sting. I ain't got no problems with it today. It's subsided, but still, boy, yesterday when it happened, I was like, I ain't touching them things no more. Because you go to wrap your hand around them. We got our line, our shark line here, up around our camera mount. That's no good. There we go. You go to grab your hand around them damn things and you get punctured because them things are so sharp. So, got to be careful handling these fish, and you don't know what they are. But anyway, me and my girlfriend, we went to that Robbie's place, because I was seeing all kinds of people standing around on that dock, and you can feed tarpon over there. And I thought, you're going to feed some tarpon. There'll be some smaller tarpon. A handful of them probably stay around them docks. Oh, hell no, folks. Giant tarpon, probably 100 of them, over around that dock, buddy. I mean, legit, probably 100 tarpon, ranging from smaller fish up to probably 100 pounds. There was some huge tarpon. And so you pay $5 and they give you a little bucket. It's got about 6 bait fish in it. And they're probably about, 4 to 6 inch baits. Overpriced for what it is, but it's a cool experience to do because you walk out on the dock and you can drop these baits down to these tarpon that are just, again, they're all bunched up there by that dock. And they'll literally fight each other over that bait. Here's another fish. So definitely a cool experience. This fish ain't having a cool experience though, is he? Let's see what he is. Oh, he's got a bunch of friends with him. Let's see if we can get him on camera there. He's got a school with him. Yeah, that's another one like here, like we got out there on the balloon. You're lucky, fish. I'm gonna let you go, I reckon. We know we get that bait eaten back yonder. or when he dies and we need a new one, we can just come right back over here and catch us another one. It's good to know. But yeah, we went to here and I fed them damn tarpon and it was amazing. And I was thinking, here I was yesterday fishing by the bridge just down from that restaurant. I should have been over there by that dock. And I don't know if you can fish over there by that dock. I don't know if that's frowned upon. But with that many tarpon over there, used to having baits just drop down to them, I bet you could hook you a tarpon if you got over there by it. But again, I don't know if that's frowned upon or not. You obviously can't put in there. I couldn't drop the kayak in there and do it, but I could launch where I did today and go right over there. So I'm gonna ask about that and see what's socially acceptable and what ain't. But yeah, it was an experience feeding them things. We had lunch there at the restaurant, which was sticker shock central. I guess feeding the tarpon brings people in, and then while you're there, they're gonna stick it to you on food prices because they know you've struggled to get parking at the place and you've fought the crowds to get out there to feed the tarpon. You're gonna go ahead and just pay whatever to eat at that point. And so I got a chicken quesadilla, or quesadilla as I like to say. And my girlfriend, I think she got some kind of taco, shrimp taco or something like that. It ended up being like $56. I mean, and the food was good, but you know, for what you got, folks, it was a little bit of a sticker shock. Everything down here, food related, is a sticker shock. I've just come to accept if we go out and eat, I'm gonna spend $50 to $100. This fish, if he goes out to eat, he's getting a hook in the jaw right here is what he's getting. We got something else on here. Whatever these things are, they are a hard fighting fish for their size. That's another one. I think this is maybe some kind of jack. I could be wrong. Again, I'm not an expert on these saltwater fish. I assume they're so plentiful and they kind of look like a jack, so I'm assuming they are a legal bait. I'm sure somebody will bust me if they're not. I may just get a ticket after this video or something. But the jacks, their limit is you can have like 100 pounds of them is the limit. So, I mean, they're very, oh, what's this? Oh, it's a little barracuda. We got a little barracuda right here. We get up here in the shade and suddenly there's some more fish. Look at this, old Barry. I trolled a tube on the way out through here hoping to hook Barry. Look at that, folks. Oh, look at them teeth on that thing, buddy. I mean, he's got some chompers. You walking around in the toes in the sand and Barry comes along, he'd bite your toe off. Oh. Seems like some fish are hanging out right here in the shade on these rocks. Interesting. Make a few more casts right here. But yeah, that Robbie's place, other than the sticker shock, was really cool. Highly recommend it. Going out there, hell, it's worth the price of the fish bucket of the bait just to go out there and see all them tarpon. I mean, literally 100-pound tarpon there, folks. Literally, I'm not exaggerating. You probably had over 100 fish packed under that dock, and some of them were 80 to 100 plus pounds. I mean, they were just, it was amazing. I've never seen anything like it. And I fished for tarpon down in Puerto Rico several years ago. It was before I started a YouTube channel, but I went down there on a vacation. And I did a guided trip for tarpon, and I caught some. I caught 3 tarpon that day on that trip. But I never seen anything like what was going on under that dock at Robbie's. That was incredible. And I guess, you know, they got a good operation going there. Them fish are just, they're used to eating there every day, and so they just hang out there. I was trying to calculate while we were sitting there, because the restaurant's outdoor on the patio right there beside it, and it was constantly had people. Like, you gotta, even if you don't feed the fish, it's like $5 there for a bucket, you still have to pay to go out there on the dock to go look at them. And so I'm doing the math in my head, and I'm like, man, they're probably making a couple grand a day just on people walking out on that dock. I mean, it's a hell of an operation they got going on there. So them fish are getting so much food dropped down to them. Like, they're just hanging out. They're living their best life, man. But I bet you, if you went on the outside of that dock and you just threw a bait out there, because we saw some fish that were, most of them were under the dock, but there was some fish outside of the netted area too that you could see, because you can see everything. The water's so clear. When you're standing up looking down, you can see all the activity. I'm like, man, I was in the wrong place. I'm over there at that bridge yesterday, and I should have been over there at that dock. But I'd seen this bridge. I come out through a mangrove canal over there, if you can see over there in the distance, and that canal leads back to a big flat, which is where I'm staying at back there. So it took me right at an hour to get up here, so I assume it's somewhere around 3 miles or so for me to get here from where I'm staying, just based on pedaling speed and whatnot. I assumed I'm pedaling. I don't have a graph on here to measure my speed, but I assume I'm pedaling somewhere around 3 miles an hour, and I didn't take any breaks on the way up here. I just pedaled consistently, so I assume I'm around 3 miles away. Now, today, in the event we hook into something big, and we may, we got a chip in a chair, as the old poker saying goes, but if we get towed off somewhere, the current right now is going behind us, like toward the Atlantic side. What I will do is probably just let that fish tow me. And wherever I end up, I'll try to find a place to take out on a beach and just call my girlfriend, have her come pick me up, versus me getting towed 2 or 3 miles out that way and then having to make it back to here and then do another 3 miles back to the house we're staying at. Like, I'll just, oh, I had a hit right then. I'll probably just take the easy way out and have her come get me. I saw this bridge yesterday, and we done so good at the other one as far as catching, a variety of species yesterday. I wanted to come hit this one. But yesterday when we come up here to eat at that Robbie's restaurant, I drove up to this bridge and looked around, and there wasn't no good place to put in a kayak at here, because it's just it's trees and rocks. And so I didn't have a good place to drop in right here. And so I just decided I would just pedal up, leave my vehicle there where we're staying, and that way, best and worst case scenario, we hook into something massive, it tows us out toward the Atlantic. I'll come back wherever the current and the fish ends up taking me, and we'll call her. She'll be my Uber today. I get tired out here fighting this current. Once we get out there in the faster part of it, I may just call her anyway. Keep from having to pedal an hour back after we've pedaled all morning. We're gonna make our way over here and start working these bridge columns now. Yesterday, I caught a lot of fish just out kind of in open water in between the middle of the columns. Like, you just never know where fish are gonna be hanging out, it seems like, in through here, so. I've also got a light tackle rod. With the wind being how it is, it's very light and manageable right now. We may throw that light tackle rod with some shrimp around these concrete pillars too. And we'll catch a bunch of species with that also. One thing I know to be a fact, I don't know a lot about much, especially when it comes to fishing down here in the salt. But one thing I know to be fact, if you throw out shrimp, whether it's live shrimp or like today we'll be using just pieces of frozen shrimp, you throw out shrimp, you're going to get bit. Something's going to eat it. Everything will eat shrimp down here. So I'm confident we'll get bit on it. Yesterday I had a little bit of trouble fishing it because of the wind and because of the current flow. I was having a hard time getting it down. But if the wind stays like it is today, and it was supposed to be up today. That's what the forecast, even with this morning, as soon as I woke up, I checked it. It was still saying it was going to be up. It's not bad right now. It's not bad at all. So I think we could fish that light tackle rod if we wanted to. We'll just kind of play it by ear. Right now I want to throw this spoon and work my way around and see. Well, I hit my line there in the back cast. Boy, y'all lousy casters, I'll tell you that. You got to be careful when we got that balloon behind us there. We'll be wrapped up in that thing. But I kind of want to just work this spoon for a little while here, around all these bridge columns, in between them, see what's going on, while again simultaneously pulling our bait under the balloon there. And if there's any toothy critters, they'll hopefully lock in on that scent of the bleeding fish and struggling there under the balloon and come get him. I've had, again, my shark fishing experience very limited, but I've caught some every time down here, and I've caught them both ways. I've caught them fishing bottom, and I've caught them fishing under balloons. And I think fishing under balloons is certainly easier because you don't have to worry about crabs eating on your bait. Yesterday, who knows how long our bait was gone. I mean, it was literally down to the gill flaps. Who knows? I mean, it could have been like that for an hour or two, and I should have probably checked it long before I did. I didn't reel it up until I was getting ready to leave, and so I should have checked it. I was fighting the current. The current was really bad yesterday, and I was fighting that. I was just having to pedal nonstop to try to hold myself in place. And so, lesson learned. But today, it certainly won't be a problem with it being under the balloon. And if there's fish around or toothy critters around, hopefully they'll come up and get it. I mean, we're going to be, as we reel in fish today, on the spoon or the light tackle rod, whatever, every time we reel one in and it starts struggling and thrashing around, it's like ringing a dinner bell for anything that happens to be around. So who knows? You just never know when it's going to take off. Now, people don't fish on this particular bridge. A lot of these bridges, there'll be fishermen standing up on top. And I have mixed feelings about that as far as fishing around it. On one hand, kind of the same situation I was talking about, like, if there's sharks around, you got a bunch of people standing up on the bridge reeling in fish, you're ringing a dinner bell a lot. because them sharks will come up when people are reeling in fish. That's why everybody down here in Florida hates them, because they'll be reeling in a fish and shark come up and just snatch it. That's when these fish are vulnerable. But from a kayak fishing perspective, it can be challenging to fish under a bridge where you've got a bunch of people fishing above you, because you know, you're working your way around these bridge columns and stuff, and you don't know who's about to drop a bait down on your head, or, you know, if you hook a fish or they hook a fish, you're getting in each other's lines. And when you're standing up there on the bridge fishing up top, you know, everybody's kind of got their own space. Everybody can give you distance and whatnot. But when you're somebody's above and somebody's below, it's harder to do. So, you know, I'm kind of back and forth on that. When you go to, oh, there's a fish. Up there, right, kind of in between these two columns. I'm throwing that out there in the shaded area. Whatever he is, he's a pumping, buddy. Let me get up here so I don't get swept into the bridge while we're fighting him. Is he? Oh, that's another one. That was a little bigger there. That was a little bit bigger there. Yeah, buddy. All right. Now these, I assume this is some kind of jack. They get significantly bigger. But even this size right here on the appropriate size tackle, they are a battle, folks. They're fun. I like doing that. You know, I like fishing like this anyway. I like fishing lighter tackle. Now, this would not be considered light tackle for back home, but for out here in the salt, I'm pretty sure. Bass rods out here is considered lighter tackle. But anyway, what I was going at with the fishing up on the bridges and stuff is there's some places, like down there at 7 Mile Bridge, for instance, where the bank fishermen or bridge fishermen can only go out so far, and then part of the bridge is missing. And so, you know, you can kind of, as a kayak fisherman or boat fisherman, you can kind of work around those areas, but be away so everybody kind of has their own space and whatnot. So, anyway, bottom line is this: nobody is going to be dropping lures down or baits down on our head today where we're at here. But will that mean that there's possibly less chance of us catching shark? I don't know. I've never fished this bridge before in times past of coming down here. And one of the things that I wanted to do this year was fish some new places and just see what happens. I wanted to bring the spoon down. I wanted to try it. I got a new light tackle rod, a light action rod there. We'll throw some shrimp on at some point. And so I wanted to try that out. I wanted to try throwing them Barracuda tubes, which I ain't done no good with that yet. And I wanted to hit some new places. And so this is just one of those new places here for me that, and you all have to forget, I'd tell you the name of the bridge, I don't know it. I should have looked yesterday when I drove over it to get the name of it, but I don't know it off the top of my head, but it don't matter anyway. Hell, all these damn bridges kind of look the same after a while. You got concrete in the middle of a little cut between islands is what you got. And so you typically get a little bit more flow through here because the way the water moves, and you got a little deeper channel and whatnot in between the islands here where the bridges are, and so you got a little bit more flow. You got concrete, which is going to draw a lot of bait fish because they're going to come up to eat what's on it, what's growing on it. You're going to have your predator fish coming around the concrete to eat the bait fish and hanging out, and you know, it's something for fish to relate to out here. And pretty much all of them that I've fished have fish around the concrete. Again, you throw some shrimp on a jig head around these concrete pillars, you ain't getting skunked. And I'm getting the impression after throwing the spoon a little bit, you ain't gonna get skunked throwing a spoon either. And I got hit, something hit me right then. Go back over there again. And we'll check our live bait here in a little while under that balloon and see, make sure he's still alive. I cut him, get him bleeding, of course, but that will obviously shorten his time with us. But what I'll do, whenever he kicks the bucket, we'll just cut him in half and drag him around like that. I've caught, I mean, shark is obviously the goal, fishing like that. But last year I caught a big barracuda pulling a bait under a balloon like that. 2 years ago I got one of them mutton snappers on my shark rig, biggest one of those that I've caught. And there's of course a variety of shark species down here. So, who knows? I mean, you just never know what's going to bite. You never know what's swimming under you. And that's a little bit creepy at the same time, too, when you're sitting on a small piece of plastic. I mean, you're truly, when you're out here in the ocean on this kayak here is 47 pounds. I mean, it's a lightweight kayak. Here in the ocean, humans are not the apex predator. You could make the argument that human beings, considering our technology and weapons and all that, human beings are the apex predators on planet Earth, right? But out here in the ocean, when you're floating around on a piece of plastic, we are not the apex predators, folks. Oh, not even close. I'm about to run that balloon around the concrete here. Dadgummit. Hold on, we gotta go get our balloon here, folks. I cut the curve, I cut the turn too sharp right there. I didn't play the current. I'm gonna run him up over there onto the, there we go. Let's back him up. You swim this way, fish, you know what's good for you. Back him up and then we'll go this way. Keep making our way along here. I just want to throw around all these bridge columns first. And in between them and stuff. And then we'll kind of figure out what we want to do from there. If we find one area, and that's kind of the way it was yesterday, I kept catching fish right there. And really a couple different places on that bridge. We'll keep working it, but I want to kind of hit them all to see what is where and how many's where. Here goes a big boat over there beside. You think any of them people over there on that boat? You think any of them out there is going to catch anything today? I think that's one of them party boats. Everybody pays $100 and they take 1 million people out and go drift a reef or something, and everybody stays snagged all day. And I think that's one of them things. I guarantee you we done caught more fish than what most of the people on them things will do. I went on one of them things one time. It was a long time ago. Can't even remember where I'd done. Oh, I think I was in Miami. I went down to Miami for WrestleMania a long time ago. This would have been, hell, I don't remember when it was. 2012, 13. Y'all, you can look it up. Whenever the hell WrestleMania was in Miami. And I went out on one of them party boat things. And we were literally shoulder to shoulder out there. And everybody's lines were tangled. Everybody was snagged up, breaking off all day. It was awful. I mean, the boat ride was nice, and I guess that's what you're kind of paying for. A few people did catch something, but I didn't. I didn't catch a damn thing. All I caught was snags. But they're a popular thing down here. Every one of these marinas is offering some kind of daily tour. I think you're better, if you're going to hire somebody, you're better off getting you a fishing guide, like an actual guide. You'll pay more, but you'll have a more personalized experience. You'll learn more for sure. I learned a lot there. The other day I fished with Chase Masters. If the video turned out okay, that should have already been posted by now. I met him at a gas station. He recognized me from YouTube and invited me out, and he took me out on a patch reef area, and we caught a bunch of fish, yellowtails and some mutton snappers, and we got one nurse shark, and then we went way out offshore, and we got a couple more smaller mutton snappers out there. It was, once we got offshore, man, it was a rocking that day. I was having trouble standing up. But, you know, he's a guide down here, and I was fortunate. Again, he took me out just courtesy, but I think he's charged like $5.50 for a half day, which is pretty comparable to fishing guide prices from the catfishing guides back home. I think most of them are $500 or so. So, you know, I mean, if you're down here and you got your wife and a couple kids or something, you go on one of them party boats and it's $50 to $100 a person. You compare that to a fishing guide service that's, say, $5.50 for your whole group. It ain't that much difference in price to have a more personalized experience and hopefully catch a lot more fish than what you're going to do on one of them party cruise things. I guess the one big advantage of one of them party boats like that, if we're taking your family out and kids and stuff, is that they are going to have bathrooms on there. So if need be, if nature calls for your significant other or your kids, you've got a bathroom. The other thing, it's always a bigger boat. So the bigger waves out there, you're going to be at a more stable vessel, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. It's not going to be rocking you as much. Better get you some Dramamine regardless though, folks. I'm telling you, you're going to be rocked and thrown every which way if the wind kicks up. Yeah, we really ain't. It seems like we were catching more fish over there by the rocks. We're gonna see it through though here, folks. I'm committed to seeing it through. We're kind of just working the top one of these columns here, up current side, I guess you'd say. right now, just for easiness, with the way the current's going and pulling this balloon behind us. We go out, and plus too, right here I'm in the shade, which is nice. It ain't hot. It ain't gonna be hot. Somehow or another, we kind of lucked out with the temperature. It was a little cool first couple days here. It was really, when I was up on the mainland, because I come down early. My girlfriend flew in this past Saturday, and I drove down early, fish up on the mainland, and I got here at a terrible time. Florida just had a cold front come through, and it was in the low 50s in the mornings. So it's been a little unseasonably cooler this week. But right now, it's perfect, man. It's like mid 70s in the afternoons and mid 60s at night. And it's, I mean, you couldn't ask, and we ain't had no rain since we've been down here. Well, I say that. It looked like it maybe had rained last night for a little while, because the deck was wet this morning when I went out. But we had no significant rain since we've been here. No storms, not supposed to have any. And the wind today has been perfect so far. Even though it's supposed to be bad, but tomorrow and Friday, the wind report, the forecast was looking amazing. So I'm going south tomorrow. I'm gonna go, oh, there's one. What this is. Whatever it is, he's gone. Come up and spit it. But my plan tomorrow is to go south. Go down there to Bahia Honda. Don't know how you say it, but I'm going to go down there. My initial plan is to try to fish on an island up from the bridge and see what happens. I'm going to try to hopefully catch some sharks. That's tomorrow's trip is going to be primarily focused on sharks. I want to set up on that island if possible, use the kayak to take my baits out and drop them off into a deeper channel right there, and then go fish off the bank of the island. That's what I want to do. Now, I've never been to that island, and you can see it from the bridge, but you can't really see the bottom composition right there. Like, you can't see, is it sand on that island? Is it jagged rocks? Like, you can't tell. So I'm gonna have to just go out there, take a look at it, and see. But if I can set up on it, I would like to do so. If I can't, then what I'm gonna do is work around them bridges. Because I've been told, numerous people have told me that is a really hot spot for sharks. And I hooked a big one there last year that had a freak thing happen. It straightened out my circle hook, like literally straightened out. Most times circle hook would break before it would bend like that. And that particular hook it straightened out. I mean, completely straightened out. And the shark come off. But it was a big shark. I got all that on video from last year, but I want to put some time into that area tomorrow. So I think me and my girlfriend, we're going down there early tomorrow, and they've got a nice beach there at Bahia Honda, and so she's going to sit there on the beach and read her books and get her tan going on while I'm out there fishing tomorrow. I was saying there yesterday, my girlfriend, she can't get out here on the water. She'll be puking her guts out. But she loves to sit there on the beach and read her books. and get a tan. I mean, she's perfectly content doing that. She'll do that all damn day. And so she's an ideal travel partner to go to the beach with, because I can go fish and do my thing, and she can sit there on the beach and read her books and do her thing, and then we can reconvene and go do tourist stuff on days where, you know, if it's super windy and I can't fish, we can go do stuff the evening hours when I'm not going to be. You couldn't pay me to be out here at night, folks. You come out here on a kayak at night and you can't see what's going on around you, I'd be terrified. I would be absolutely terrified. So, you know, it's really worked out. We both love the place we're staying at. We got it's a timeshare place. We just rented somebody else's week. It wasn't coming down. And it's a good deal for a whole week. I mean, they're a little 2-bedroom, 2-bath. My girlfriend calls them a hut. I call them a bungalow. I don't know what you actually call them, but they're 2-bedroom, 2-bath units. It's on a nice property. You got a nice big dock out there. You can launch a kayak or a boat right there on the property. And so it's really pretty awesome. I saw something over there behind that bridge column. Looked like it was some surface activity going on. I saw part of it. The bridge column was blocking part of it. That's the first surface activity I've seen today. Even coming up through here this morning, going through well, I just spooked all them birds. But even going through the mangrove canal there, I didn't see any kind of surface activity happening. I trolled up the way from the time I left where we're staying until I got up here and got ready to do the video. I had trolled both the spoon and the barracuda tube. And I caught one little tiny fish. I don't know what you even call them. They look like a snake. I caught some yesterday. I got that on the spoon on the way up, but that was it. The barracuda tube has still failed me to this point. I know they work. Oh crap, y'all, look what you've done again. You got your balloon back there around the damn bridge again. We're reeling this cast, we gotta go back and get it. We're gonna be rubbing our line around that. Well, hell, I'm gonna look here. I'm gonna bring it over. I just brought it over the damn concrete right there. That's one way to do it. Let me check him while I'm thinking about it. Let me just make sure he's still on there. See if he's still kicking. Yeah, he's still kicking. I don't feel like he's bleeding very good though. Let me cut him. Let me cut him a little more. Cut me, Mick. Cut me, as Rocky would say. Y'all bear with me a second here. We're gonna give our bait a little trim. Get my scissors out here. It's gonna help our calls a little bit. There we go. Got rid of the tail there. Let's see if that'll make him. See if that'll make him a little bit more appealing to something. Make him a little bit more vulnerable. I don't really know how deep we are through here. I don't have a graph on this kayak. So I don't really know how far off the bottom we are. Now we may at some point fish on bottom out here. I've got other larger baits there in my cooler that we could cut up, put out a larger bait on bottom. With the current right now, as light as it is, I could easily hold myself in place pedaling and be able to keep it on bottom there. But just, again, if you don't get bit by a shark, you're going to get crabbed and you're going to lose your bait. And all right, let's set that back. Get back on the spoon here. But all in all, folks, coming down here, I love it. I love the location. It's beautiful everywhere you go. Other than just the expense of it. And where we're staying, renting somebody's timeshare down here, that isn't bad. That's not bad at all. Last year we got one for $800 for the week. This year I paid $1,000. But that's 7 nights. Like that's, you know, and that's, whoa, what was that out there? Did you see that? That was a huge splash out there. Folks, that was a huge splash. I don't know what that was, but I want to find out. That may be what we're looking for out there, folks. That was a giant splash. Let's throw that spoon out behind us. And let's make our way that direction. That was huge, folks. Whatever that was, like that was a giant splash. We're gonna put the bridge fishing on hold a bit. Y'all looking good on your screen here. You got water marks all over you. Let me clean your face. Because if that thing splashes again, I want you all to be able to see it. I want to know what that was, folks. Yeah, buddy. That was a huge splash. We got somebody fishing off the bank over here. Oh, we got to put it in gear. We're right here in the boat lane, buddy, and we got a boat coming. Let's step on the gas here, folks. You keep your eyes peeled over there now. You keep your eyes peeled. Okay, that boat's turning, going the other way, good. We'll run the spoon over here by the bridge while we keep our eyes peeled looking this way. That had to be a shark that come up. I don't know what else would be that big. I kind of want, this would be dumb. I kind of want to take one of our baits in our cooler. I like cut him up. Like, well, not really cut him up, but just slice him. And kind of like tie him off to the kayak, chum the water a little bit. Get a blood trail going out here in this current. Current's still going this way. Very light right now. It's perfect. Very manageable. Yesterday was tough. I ain't seeing no more splashes. He was down from the bridge out that way. Boy, folks, I mean, if we could hook into something like that, we're in for a good time. I think what I'm gonna do, well, we saw that fish come up on the surface, though, assuming that was a shark. I kind of want to take the balloon off and throw out a bait on bottom here. for a little while. We could sit here and cast with the spoon while we work the bait on bottom. We could always tie on another balloon if we give it a little time and that don't work. Of course, that fish was up though. I mean, he come up on the surface. It just, I'm talking to myself right now, folks. I'm having a negotiation in my own mind of how I want to approach this. Here's what I think we're going to do. We're going to go on right here by this bridge column. There's marker buoys over here. I think boats are coming through right there on that side. I'm going to just, well, first off, let's do this before I snag everything up here. Let me reel in my spoon for a second. We're going to let out some line on that balloon rig. Just get it going out there behind us. We'll sit here while it does its thing going behind us. Let me turn off that clicker too. Just free spool, let it take out some line there in the current. We'll sit here and cast. This spoon, just kind of hold ourselves in place a little while. And hopefully we're in this area where we saw whatever the hell that was come up. Oh, something come at me right there. Hopefully, whatever it is, it was down current of here. We'll pick up on that scent and come get it. I want to hook into something big today, folks, man. I want to get towed. I want to see what it's like to get towed around in this kayak. That's what I want to do. Oh, well, we got something. Oh, well, they were coming after it right there. Did you see that? 3 or 4 of them right there. Well, I don't know what they were. Somebody's honking at you. They're honking all the way down the bridge. Well, there goes another boat behind us. I guess they just cut through anywhere on this bridge, but we're fairly tight to this column here. Hopefully we ain't gonna be in nobody's way. Oh, got something right there. Got something right there, folks. What this is. What is that? Oh, is that another one of them that we don't want to catch? One of them spiky things. I would like to throw one of them on for bait just to see how they do. Again, I don't know what they are, if that kind of thing's even allowed, but I'd like to do it just to see what they do. Let me get us back up here. He's got hung in the heads what he done. I'm gonna have to hold him down and get that hook out. He's done gone and done it, folks. He's done gone and done it to himself here. I kind of want to, I don't know if it's allowed, because again, I don't know what kind of fish this is, but they're obviously very common. At the risk of getting a ticket, I kind of want to put him on, just to see what he would do. Very lively thing, though. I just don't want to get stabbed in the hand again with one of them spikes. You know what? I'm going to do it, folks. I'm going to do it. I'm doing it. I'm putting him on. You only live once here, folks. We're on vacation. This thing here he ain't bleeding very good. He's still alive. I'll throw him in my cooler. I'll throw him in my cooler in a minute. This one though, this one here is what we want to try to get myself some slack here. I really don't want to touch him though, is the thing. I don't want to touch him to get the dang hook in there because I don't want to get spiked. I don't feel real good about that hook up. Let's try to go out through there. We go. That's better. Now, get this. Here, y'all look away again while I do some cutting on this thing. I owe these fish after what they done to me yesterday. I owe these fish a good slice and dice. They're hard to cut though, I'll tell you that. Their outer skin is tough, buddy. It is tough. There we go. Okay, they bleed good. You just gotta jam it in there, buddy, because that skin is tough. Okay. There we go. And let's throw our, whatever this is, jack or whatever, let's throw him back there in our cooler. He will be cut bait. And there he goes. We got him bleeding a little bit. Again, folks, I don't pay no attention to me. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm gonna let out some line on him as we pedal our way back up here. And we'll go just kind of spot lock ourselves with me pedaling in place and let him do his thing. Conjure us up something. Hopefully conjure us up something anyway. Yeah, there's people fishing on the bank over there. I can get down there, but there's 3 foot of rocks you got to deal with. So I didn't want to try to launch a kayak there. It would make it much more convenient, certainly. Much more convenient for fishing this bridge to put in there, but if the water kicks up, gets real choppy, and you got current and stuff, it's hard. This kayak here ain't very durable anyway as far as dealing with rocks like that, but when you got that big a drop and you got current and choppy conditions potentially, it's a recipe for disaster. You know, we'll just hold ourselves in place here for a minute. I ain't seen no more big splash, but that was a big splash. Whatever the hell that was, it was big. It almost had to be a shark. But hopefully tomorrow, we'll go down there to Bahia Honda. I wish I knew proper pronunciation. But we go down there. Oh, they're all over it. Did you see that? They're back on it again. There was a handful of them all come after it right there. But hopefully we go down there. Maybe I can put out a second rod if I'm able to fish off that island there. Another one right here, buddy. Another one. Got him right here with the kayak. I'm trying to reach him out there so you don't come around here getting the pedals or nothing. I wish I knew the name. Somebody has probably told me on the last video by now. By the time you're seeing this, of course I'm done. By the time these Florida videos come out, I'm done long gone. I'm home. I'll be home before the first video from the Florida trip comes out. I have to be home because I need the higher internet speed to be able to upload these large video files. So I'm sure somebody has already identified these fish, and whether or not I'm potentially breaking the law by using them, but I'm curious to know what they are. They seem pretty common. I got several yesterday. So we already got some today. They fight pretty good for their size, like everything else down here, man. They tug. But it's, oh, there's another one. That's just part of the fun of this for me, is just catching all these fish. I don't even know what the hell they are. And every cast could be something different. Plus there's the anticipation of the fact your shark rod could go down at any given time. Come here, fish. See if we can shake him off. There he goes, good. I just don't want to handle them things, them spikes. It is man, it's an easy puncture wound for you. My hand stung for an hour yesterday. There are a bunch of them right there on this particular concrete slab. You know, hell, we could have had fish all up and down on the bottom side. Down through here, we were just fishing the top because it was easier to navigate and kind of in the shade out of the sun. Again, it ain't hot out here, but I was trying to protect myself from the sun best I can. I did not put on sunscreen today. Forgot to do that, but I got my buff on. So, not the end of the world. I never wear sunscreen at home. I'll wear long sleeves and pants and buff, but I never wear sunscreen at home. You know, everybody tells you you're supposed to, but you read the ingredient list on the bottles of sunscreen, and I'm like, I can't even pronounce any of these words. Oh, got one. He got one right. Oh, and he come free. I can't even pronounce any of the words on the ingredient list. And you're putting all that crap on your skin, which is essentially a sponge absorbing this stuff. And so, yes, boy, there's a bunch of fish right there. They're coming after it, swiping at it. You're, I guess, protecting yourself from the sun's rays. Well, who knows what else you're putting on your body that may have long-term effects. Got one. Man, it's like they're out here almost by the kayak. Yes, another one here. I'm gonna try to, oh, we got something on. We got something on. We got something on. We got something on. Oh, he's out there, he's splashing. He's splashing. Did he just come off? Or is he coming at me? Oh man, I think he broke me off. Let me turn that clicker off there. He broke me off. He come up and thrashed. I didn't get a good look at him, but he broke us off. Dang. He broke us off on the thrash, man. Let's get retied. We got our next bait right there in the floor. That fish should have jumped out when he had a chance. That was our big fish, folks. That was a big splash, just like I saw there earlier. Oh man, y'all, we're doing this, man. We're doing this. We're getting us one today, folks. We're getting us one. It's happening. I can feel it in my loins. I can feel it down, plumb in my loins. Hold on, let me get another rig out of here. I've got them already pre-done. Already ready to go. Our balloon's still on there. We will definitely continue using the balloon since that, dang man, dang. I didn't get to him in time, you know, he started thrashing and he got his way up to the mono and it's over. I suck at this, folks, but boy, it's fun. This is like golf and doing you know what with the ladies. Like, you don't have to be good at it to have a good time. Oh, he's over there. He's over there. Did you see that? Did you see that? There's another big splash right there. Let's, oh, I don't want to get a hold of it. I got to be careful with this thing. I don't want to get myself stabbed, but I need to get him on there quick. Come here, fish. Come here. Come here. Come here. I don't want to get myself stabbed. Got to chance it, though, right now. We got to chance it. Okay, okay. He's over there somewhere, buddy. He's over there. Let me just be careful here. Y'all look away. Here, y'all look away. We're trying to puncture this thing, get a little blood on here. Put a little scent out there, you know what I mean? That shark's got a mouthful of teeth, but he don't give a damn about them spikes on this thing. Okay. Okay, here we go, folks, here we go. We got him. We got him ready to ride here. Let's get our line out behind us as quickly as possible, because I want some distance. If that thing comes up full speed, don't know what he is, how big he is, but he comes up full speed. I don't want him hitting that bait, feeling the tension, and coming at us. You know what I mean? Like, I want some distance. Oh, buddy, this is getting exciting out here. We know we got a shark right here in this area. We know we do. We know he's out here in this area. Where's my... Okay, we got enough right there. I just want to... Okay, we got a good loose drag. Let's set that back. I'm going to go ahead and put our spoon up for now, because when that thing goes off, I want to be able to get him. I want to be able to get him quick, fast, and in a hurry. Let's put that up. Me and you, folks, we're going to... He's already on it. He's already on it. He's already on it. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let's tighten up just a little bit. Oh no. Oh no, I botched another one somehow. No, I didn't. He's on there. He's on there. He's just coming at me. We're hooked up. We're hooked up. Here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna tighten down just a little. Oh, look at him out there. Oh no, he just broke us off. Oh, he just broke us off. He come up. Oh man. Did you see that? Oh man, that did not take long, folks. We're on some sharks right here. Hell, he cut my damn wire. He got my wire. I wonder, maybe crap. Crapola, man. That didn't cut my wire. I wonder if that was... I made these myself. I wonder if I didn't have a good crimp. I got some other pre-made ones too. We'll... If we have another malfunction like that, I don't know. It's tough to say. He may have got my crimp right there. Golly bum, I'm snake bit, folks. I'm absolutely snake bit. But I'm having fun. That was a nice one. That was a nice one. He come up. When they come up doing that, if they get their tail wrapped around your mono, you're done for. But the lighter weight mono ain't a big deal in the kayak, because they're not going to strip off a bunch of line on you that you can't go chase them down. And if we're fishing tomorrow, we're fishing off the bank, our line capacity may be a problem. Here's what I want to do. I got that other one there in the cooler. earlier. I'd like to have, whatever them things we put on, buddy, it got their attention. I don't know. This one right here, we had him around this morning when we first got out here, and he didn't do nothing for us, but let's put a few more slits in him here, get him bleeding a little bit again, get some fresh cuts on him. He'll be, you know, he ain't alive anymore, obviously, but what we'll do, we'll toss him out, and I want to get this thing away from the kayak as quickly as possible. Let's loosen our drag too, so don't forget to do that. Let's get some distance between us and this. We'll kind of make our way back up here toward the bridge. Maybe we'll catch another one of them things, whatever the hell they are. They seem to bleed good. They're lively. We've now hooked 2 sharks on them. I suddenly have a ton of confidence in them. So, yeah, let's do that. I want to get a little bit more distance between us and that balloon. Oh, folks, buddy. Business picked up. Business is picked up here, folks. Okay. Okay. Got that behind us. I'm just going to slow pedal, putting out that blood trail as we slowly pedal along. We know there's some sharks here. I saw that one come up on his own when we were over there. And now we've had 2 very quickly. So we know there's some sharks in there. I don't know what that shark was. He come up, it could have been a black tip. They come up like that. The spinner sharks, that seemed a little big for the spinner sharks. It was a good sized shark right there. A lot of bull sharks down here in the Keys as well. I've caught a little bit of everything in years past. I even got a hammerhead 2 years ago. That was one of my favorite catches of all time. But yeah, folks, what we're gonna do, we're gonna slow troll this cut bait under the balloon up here toward this bridge. If we make it up here without getting bit, I'm gonna catch us another one of them, whatever the hell them things are, stick it on there, and we'll drift back. We'll drift back down. Let me just loosen, I just want to loosen my drag a little bit more. There we go. I suck at this, folks. Hey, I fully admit I suck at this, but I'm having fun. Let me clean y'all off again here. I don't want y'all missing any of this when we turn around. When we turn around and that line's going off, I don't want you missing any of it. This is fun. Catching everything is fun, but boy, when you're about to hook into something and you don't know how big it is, you don't know where it's going to take you. And this water, obviously here under the bridge, there's a deeper channel that comes through. But if you look over here to the left, you can literally see bottom. I see birds standing up over there, them little sticks. So, I don't know where we're going to end up today, folks. I don't know where this shark is going to run. Now, in a perfect world, he would go this way, back toward where we're staying. But that would be too good to be true. He's probably going to run out toward the ocean. I wonder if them sharks aren't down here, though. Maybe working up onto these flats and stuff. And we've just found ourselves here, right place, right time, with the current going this way for them to pick up on our scent. I'm just going to slow troll it, though. I'm going to slow troll it up here. We know that particular concrete pillar has a bunch of them, whatever the heck they are. So if we don't get bit with this, we know what we're going to do next. Oh, man. I hate that I've lost 2 in a row. I think that last one's on me, because I bought some, before I come down last year, I bought some crimps and some wire to try to make my own. Now I've bought some, I've still got some left over of the pre-made, but I thought I just wanted to try it on my own, you know, just to see if I could do it. And I didn't have any problems with the crimps coming undone last year. So I don't know. Maybe I just didn't do it right. Maybe it's one of the first ones I done. I just put them in, when I made them, I stuck them all in sandwich bags and kind of tucked them away, you know, that way they'd all be individually wrapped essentially. But maybe we just had some bad luck. Technically, this kayak, you know, I've only had it a month. I don't know that we've got all the Judy off of it yet. I've had some good ultralight trips in it, but I ain't caught nothing big in it yet. So we might still have some Judy we got to work out of this thing. But we've hooked 2 sharks. And hell, it could have been, you know what? It could have been the same shark, actually. But we've hooked them both in the last few minutes on whatever the hell that thing is. I don't know if them, again, I have no idea what it is. I'm hoping it's legal. I hope I ain't getting a bunch of tickets when I get home from incriminating myself on video. That's part of the problem of filming these vacation trips. Not only making a fool of myself because I don't know what I'm doing, but also too, I could possibly be incriminating myself, not intentionally trying to break the law, just ignorance. And, you know, breaking the law is breaking the law, whether you're ignorant or not. So it's possible I could get a ticket. But if we catch a big shark, it might be worth it. We almost back up here now. I'm gonna go ahead and bust out our spoon again. I wanna get another of whatever those things are. The sharks clearly got a taste for them. They bleed good, they kick good. We're gonna leave what's on out there in the balloon right now until we catch another one. It's good revenge on these fish too after they punctured me twice yesterday. Yeah, buddy. This was worth the hour-long pedal to get up here. Totally worth it. I don't care what fish we catch next, man. It's going on. I mean, as long as it ain't some snapper or something, I can't put those on for sure. I know I can't use those. But even if we got another one of them things that I think are jacks, we'll try to stick it on live. Oh, there was one swiped at it right there. Boy, now when you need one of these, they were hitting it left and right when we were just doing it for fun, and now that we need one, we can't get one to hit. I think the current's starting to pick up, folks. You notice that? It seems like it's starting to really move right through here. We must have got lucky with our timing. I didn't look at the tide schedule today. I still don't really know how to read it fully. So we might have got lucky with when we got out here as far as the flow goes, but it's definitely picking up a little bit now. Figures that whatever we hook into one of them sharks, he's gonna pull us downstream probably, and we're gonna end up even further away and having to work that much harder to get back. Totally gonna be worth it though, man. Totally gonna be worth it. I need another one of them fish, y'all. We're gonna have to find us something here. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. They were all around this thing, but now that the flow's picking up, they might have moved them. Meanwhile, our piece of cut bait back there ain't getting hit. Y'all, I'm still pumped up, man. I'm still pumped up. I can't help myself right now. Oh, that was a big stingray jumped up out there. I saw that. That was a big stingray. He come flying up out of the air. All right, well, let's just start. The current's pushing us this way, kind of. At an angle, down into an angle here, so let's just use it. We'll make our way along here and keep casting until we eventually hook into one of them things. I swear, now that we need one, we'll spend an hour trying to catch one. This is like skipjack fishing back home. When I was a teenager, I used to love going out and catching skipjack, just from the bank, catching them below the dams and stuff. Oh, right there. I had one after it. But I used to love it. And then I got into catfishing, and I started needing to catch them. And once you go from wanting to do something to needing to do something, everything changes. Suddenly, going out and catching skipjack, used to, if I'd go out and I spend 3 or 4 hours out there on the bank, and maybe as a slow day, I only caught 1 or 2, not a big deal. I still had a good time because I was out there just fun fishing. Oh my gosh, I missed another one. There's some over here. But once I started needing to catch skipjack in order to go catfishing, well, guess what? Now, all of a sudden, if I go out and I spend 4 hours and get 1 bite and lose it, well, now I go home disappointed. And so it's a change in your mentality when you go from wanting something to needing something. Got it. Oh, no. Oh, they're right there. We know where they're at right here. I can't get them to eat the thing. Can't get them to eat it. I'm probably jerking it out of their mouths too soon because I'm excited. I'm all excited here, folks. I can't contain myself. I know there's some over here. I ain't opposed to busting out that light tackle rod with a piece of shrimp too, by gosh, we have to. I want something live. I want one of them things, whatever they are. Our other cut bait back there under the balloon just ain't getting it done. Got a boat coming up here behind us too. I hope it ain't going to be awkward conversation. He sees me drifting this way toward him, and he's just going to stop right there. If we hook into a big shark, I hope it goes right for his boat. Gives him a big splash. Well, I guess we'll keep drifting down this way since he's going to cut us off. Hopefully we'll hook one of these here in a minute. Oh, one come after it right there. The current's definitely picked up. We got another boat on a few bridge columns down over here too to the left. I bet we just got out here today with the tide being less, the current being less. Just got lucky with it. And now that the current's picking up, here's going to come all the fishermen out here because apparently it's the time to be fishing. I need us something though, folks. I need us something here. I need us a live bait. Dumaflotch over here behind us. With him, I don't even know what he's doing back there. Well, them things were biting like crazy until we started needing them. I mean, literally biting like crazy until we started needing them. We know we could run down there to the end of the bridge. There were several fish down there. I don't want to make that long a run, though, if we don't have to. I'd like to just get one right up in here. Meanwhile, we do still have our cut bait out there under the balloon. Dadgummit. I thought we'd just run back up here, catch another one real fast. May go over there and try that. We ain't tried that other column yet. Over there to the right. I fear we keep making our way this way, we're going to get pinched out even further. We're going to make a few more casts here, and then I'm going to bust out that light tackle rod. We'll bust out the light tackle rod. We will put on some shrimp and try it. Throw it up there. We may have well, with the current picking up though, we may have a hard time. We may have a hard time getting it down. Let's work our way over here with the spoon to this other bridge column. Let's get over here to it before we make a decision. I'm curious to see what, I think the bank fishermen that's over here, they're gone now. I'm curious to see what the current is like over here on the other side of this bridge. Oh, I had one hit me. If the current over there on the right side of that column is slacker, it might be easier for us to throw the jig head and the shrimp if we have to. I can't tell from looking at it at this point if it is or it ain't. Folks, since I started needing a live bait, this was the longest the dry spell we've had with the spoon. The longest dry spell. We will eventually catch us something, though, folks. It's going to happen. It will eventually happen. I don't know if the current's any. I don't think the current's any slacker over here. If anything, it might be a little bit more intense right here. Let me see where my balloon's at behind me there. All right, we're good. The dude's over there to our left. I was making sure that balloon wasn't getting over there in such a way that it was going to be where he was casting, because we do have some distance between us and it. Now that we're not working in and around these concrete pillars, I don't want it so close behind us. I want a little distance between us and old Sharky. I think my next cast here, I'm going to let it sink down a little bit. I can't believe this, man. We need one. We can't get one. Let me just let this sink down a little bit. I do want to work over there and make some casts on them rocks. You know, the rocks on the other side where we started at this morning, had a lot of fish over there. Maybe these will too. I won't get sideways though, and this current will be. I want another live bait so bad. I can't stand it, y'all. Why can't we catch one of them damn things? Sorry, y'all, the conversation has went south here. I normally try to tell you in stories and talk about life and this, that, and the other while I'm fishing, but right now I'm so desperate for I'm so desperate for anything. I don't care what it is. I just want it to be alive. I want it to be alive and kicking and bleeding. I want it to be alive, kicking, and bleeding. I didn't see any of them guys on the bank. There was 2 of them over here at one point. I didn't see either one of them catching anything, but I don't know what they were doing or what they were trying to do. So I don't necessarily mean anything, but it would have certainly been, oh, got one. We got something here, folks. Please be one of them things. It is. Yes, it is. It is. We got one. Yes. Don't you dare flop out. Don't you dare flop out. Oh, I'm going to cut myself. There we go. Okay, good. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead while he flops around there. Oh, don't you drop it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you flop out on us. We've worked too hard to get you. Let's go ahead and put our spoon up. We don't even have to fool with that. While we're drifting back here toward the balloon, we'll just go ahead and reel it in. Folks, I'm excited. I am very, very excited right now. Folks, I'm very excited. This is about to get real, folks. It is about to get real. I'm gonna go ahead and just throw this thing out. It ain't done nothing for us. Business is about to pick up, folks. Them other 2 did not last long before they were gobbled up, man. Okay. Here, y'all turn your head again. Turn your head. We're gonna just give him a little poke. We're gonna catch us a shark, man. Okay, folks. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right, let's get him away from us as quick as possible before Sharky comes up and gets him. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start here, get some distance on him, and I'm gonna let him we're gonna drift back with him in the current. I'm gonna pedal right now again, I want some distance. When we put the steel to the jaw on that shark, assuming our leader don't give way again, I'm gonna be so pissed if that happens. Okay. All right, got our drag set pretty tight there. I mean, it's pretty loose. I'm gonna loosen it just a little bit more. Folks, it's time. Let me wipe your face off again. You got some water splash there. I wonder if we couldn't. Here's what I want to do now. Here's what I want to do now, folks. I want to pull my britches up first. About to slide out of these things. Y'all's girlfriends and wives will be going crazy. I'm gonna turn. We're gonna face that balloon. We're gonna face this direction. And I'm gonna pedal backwards in reverse here so that we can watch that balloon go down. That's what we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch that thing go down. Here comes a boat right down the bank here. I hope he don't, boy, wouldn't that be something? We finally get one of these live baits and we get cut off by a boat. I may have to reel that thing in real fast. I may have to reel that thing in real fast. I hope he don't cut us off. He's coming right over it. Let me get him in here, damn it. I want to cuss so bad right now, I can't stand it. I want to cuss so bad, I can't stand it, folks. He was going to run me over too. Let me just make sure our bait's still on there. I think we've popped our balloon. He's still on there. He's got weeds all over him. Dadgummit. Well, we're snake bitten out here, folks. We're absolutely snake bitten. I got to put us another balloon on now. Gosh dang it, man. We're having some bad Judy today, folks. Bad Judy. We can't. This bait's gonna be dead too. By the time I get it on, he's gonna be dead. I'm gonna get the balloon out. Oh, folks, that's just how it goes sometimes, man. That's how it goes. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna blow up this balloon. I popped that balloon when I was trying to reel it in real fast. Get it out of that boat's way, because he was gonna just run me over. You ain't getting no courtesy out here from a guy in a boat. Let's see if he's still alive at all. Oh, he's still swimming a little bit. Just barely. He ain't bleeding as good as the last one did. Dadgummit. Them sharks probably got tired of waiting on me. They probably said heck with it. They said, we're gonna go down there to one of them bridges that's got a bunch of fishermen on it. Because they actually know how to catch fish, Justin. That's what them sharks are saying. Now, I've got a mess. There we go. I had that balloon all wrapped around. Okay, now let's get some distance between us and it. Dadgummit. I want to cuss so bad, folks. I want to cuss real bad, but I'm not going to do it. And here's what we're going to do now. I'm gonna let some line out on this thing, and instead of us sitting here watching this one, I'm gonna try to catch us another one. It would be fun to sit there and watch that thing, though. That way we're turned and looking when that shark eats it, but maybe the next one I'll get, I won't put so many slits in it. Maybe I'll just do like one. Get all our backlash out here. I wasn't paying attention to using my thumb and getting our line spooled properly either. Okay. Okay. All right, folks, I think we're back in the game here. Back in the game with that. I'm gonna try to get us another one. That boat messed up what we was trying to do right there. I wanted to just drift back while that thing was still kicking a little bit. And yeah. Definitely more boat traffic out now. I guess they come out with the more current. These guides, you know, they certainly know how to work the tide schedule. I don't. I'm an idiot. I'm just used to back home, you know, the sun comes up, you go fishing. But I guess around here, it's probably better any hour of the day as long as the tide's moving appropriately. We're gonna have, boy, we get drug out though in this current. We're gonna have a long haul to get anywhere. Be all right though, be worth it. Got the girlfriend, AKA my Uber for the day, if need be. What are the odds though? We get that bait finally. We get it set up, we get turned around, and here comes that damn boat. I mean, it's like the first boat to go by that direction since we've been out here, and here he comes. That's how it goes, man. I'm gonna work my way back over here though where we got that last one. And the next one I think I'm just gonna, I want him bleeding a little bit certainly. The others were bleeding a little bit and got eaten up right away. But maybe I put too many slits in that last one. He didn't last very long. Hopefully he'll get eaten out there anyway. If that's kind of what they're feeding on, then maybe it'll work. Whatever the other thing we was throwing out there was cut bait. It didn't get no attention from them. And I wonder too right now, again, this is just my ignorance. With the current picking up like it is, I wonder if we'd be better off fishing on bottom. You know what I mean? Like, are they going to go down there and ambush stuff? You know, like trying to get behind something or whatnot. Like, I don't really know. I don't know how they're going to act in this. Completely ignorant, folks. We just learning as we go, getting out here, experimenting. Every year I get a little bit more knowledge. Year one, I come down here, didn't know anything about nothing, just winging it, got some fish. Last year, I kind of figured out, like, throw shrimp on a jig head around any bridge and you're going to get some fish and get some bait, and can certainly, I should have probably brought some pinfish with me. I can get those at the dock, the place we're staying. Just, again, tiny jig head and a piece of shrimp. You can sit there and catch them off the dock right there where I'm staying. And them things are expensive. You buy them at the bait shop. They're like $30 a dozen. It's pretty ridiculous. And they're tiny fish too. I mean, they're not, pinfish aren't very big. The ones I've caught last year, they're off the dock where we stay, those were a little bigger. I guess you probably maybe weed through them a little bit when you're catching them with a jig head and shrimp or squid or whatever versus throwing a cast net for them. Most of the bait shops, it seems like theirs are really small. That current, man, look how fast we're moving along the bridge there. It's coming at an angle and down, like it's current flow's really picked up. Current's picked up. I bet it's moved those fish that we were catching earlier. Apparently it's moved the sharks too from giving a damn about what we're doing. I want to get us, ideally, what I'd like to do, I'd like to get us another bait and then drift back. Kind of like what we were talking about doing there before. Face our balloon, pedal backwards just to kind of control the drift, if you will, and slowly drift back. I may end up doing that anyway here in a minute, just to get further back on down there. I don't know if this current's going to move them sharks up or move them back. I'm guessing where we were getting them at, they were probably feeding off of that flat down there. And we may, possibly, be able to catch some other baits down there on that flat. I'm just, you know, I'm a complete rookie at this, folks. We're winging it, man. All the armchair fishermen out there, done this style of fishing for years, will be sure to tell me everything I'm doing wrong. But you don't know what you don't know. Thankfully, the other boat left over here, so we'll get back drifting this way, just making some casts through here. Yesterday, of course, we were at that other bridge, but even in the faster current, like, I was catching fish out in the middle between the columns. They'd just be out here in the middle, away from the concrete. So I definitely want to work this area as we drift down. May try to make some casts up there in that shaded part again too. Maybe climb up here a little further just to see if there's anything going on up there. That's amazing though. Like, we were getting bit consistently, then the current just picked up all of a sudden. And them fish moved, man, they're gone. Now, I don't know, I'm not smart enough to know where they go or what they do. They make some casts here too, kind of behind the concrete where the current break is. Bring it through there, maybe see what happens. I don't think we're going to be able to throw that jig head with the shrimp. I don't think we're going to be able to do it, folks, because it's going to be, the current's so fast that light jig head ain't going to get down. It's going to be the same issue I had there yesterday. This boat over here beside us is leaving too, I think. We'll make our way a little further over to the left when they go. You know what, let's scrap that. Let's not go that way. Let's go this way. Let's work our way back. We'll get over here to the edge, kinda. We'll throw this lure as we drift back toward where we were getting the sharks earlier, closer to them. Again, they can pick up on that blood, I'm sure, and come get at this, especially with the amount of current going down through here. But we'll drift back closer to them. We will make some casts over here. I can see, I don't know if you can see on camera, but you can see where it gets real shallow over here to the right. We'll make some casts off of it. See if we can get some fish off of it, because the bridge it's crapped out on us. At least this part anyway. This is the longest, well, up until we got that last fish that we baited the hook with. And now, like, this is a longer drought of casts than what I had all morning yesterday and today up until this point in time. So, again, when you need something, you ain't gonna be able to get it. We'll eventually stumble into something again. Just keep chunking and winding. Here comes the ambulance. We thought we was having a bad day, but they got an emergency and there's nowhere to take them around here. That's a real bad day, folks. You got a major problem down here, you in for a bad time. One of y'all get your finger bit off today by one of these sharks, you're a long way from a place that can fix it. I kind of want to just sneak up here by these rocks, because there is a current break here for sure. And see if maybe there ain't some fish that's got right here. Because the current comes this way around that point right there. And right over here is kind of slack. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, just like that, we got hit. Okay. I missed him, but we got hit. That was the first bite in a little while. Gives the old boy hope. It makes sense that current pick up. Maybe some of them fish want to get out of it. I don't even have to pedal right now. We're just kind of sitting here. It's nice. Hell, I'm gonna stand up a second while we can do this. Stretch my legs while I don't have to pedal nonstop. I can feel it in my legs after the last couple days, I'll tell you that. I have definitely, yesterday and today, logged some miles on this thing. I'd bought a little motor for it. The Texas Power Paddle motor goes in the transducer slot of this kayak. But I used it there in freshwater there at the house and was not impressed at all. It's loud, it's slow. It was sucking up leaves. There's one. There's one. Boom. All right. I want y'all to not cut this one so damn deep, okay? I want you to take better care of this fish right here. We need this thing. Okay. Let's put our spoon up real fast while he flops around. I'm gonna put that net over him just in case. We'll keep this other one. We'll keep it and just put it in our cooler. Yeah, he ain't even bleeding now. That one just didn't bleed for some reason. I must not have hit the vein. I don't know. Maybe we won't even cut this one to start. I'm gonna get myself punctured here if I ain't careful, folks. No, don't you do it. Don't you go out. Don't you get out of this dang kayak now. I'm about to get myself punctured. More risk it though. Them fins, man, I'm telling you, they are sharp as needles. Okay. All right, let's get him. Let's get him out of here. Let's get him out of here and away from us. And we're gonna try keeping him alive without cutting him. We'll drift back a spell, do like what we tried to do before the boat cut us off. I'm gonna go up here, let out some line, we'll turn around, we'll pedal backwards and just be able to face that balloon. And we'll just drift backwards here. And that guide boat over there repositioned. I thought he was leaving, but he didn't. He come on back to the bottom of this bridge, so maybe that's what we need to do too. Okay. I feel good about that. Let's move this out the way. Feel like we got adequate distance now. I mean, let's check y'all. You got a little salt spray on the lens there. Probably from the reel. Clean y'all a little better than that. Oh, looky there, you're beautiful. Beautiful, folks. Beautiful. Okay. There's our balloon down there. Get me a gulp right quick. Hydrate a little bit here. I need to drain the fire hose. What I need to do here, folks, what I need to do, but I ain't gonna do it right now. Again, all your girlfriends and wives would leave you quicker than damn it if I did that on camera. Yeah, we're gonna drift. We're just gonna work our way back here. There's an island down here. I don't know how far away that is. It's so tough to tell. Anytime you see something out here in the ocean, it's tough to tell just how far away something is. It's probably a mile or more away. Make sure our line here, we are somehow drifting over our line. We don't want any mishaps like that, that's for sure. Yeah, I can see there's a big flat all around. Right over here to the left. I can see where the channel goes down through there. Well, hell, you can see the markers for it, actually. But we were catching them. We got hooked both them sharks in this channel area. Right here below the bridge, so this is where we'll focus on. If this don't pan out, we could always take that balloon off and fish deeper right here. Put on a sinker and send it down to the bottom. That's one of them things, like, I don't know. I've caught sharks on bottom, and I've caught sharks under balloons. I don't know that there's a wrong way, but I think it kind of needs to be, I think you're like any of the other things, any other fish, your bait needs to be where the fish are. And earlier, I'd obviously seen that shark, what I thought was a shark, come up and splash. We get over here, we hooked two under the balloon, so they were clearly up then, but they may not be now with the current switching. We'll just have to give it a little time here. It's an adventure nonetheless, man. It's exciting. I wish it hadn't took so long to get another bait after we messed up. After I messed up. Y'all ain't gonna take any of the blame for that. That's 2 days in a row I've made stupid mistakes. Yesterday, we had a little run. I put my thumb on the spool because I was in free spool, and I let go, and I had a backlash, and by the time I picked that off, the bait was gone. I don't know if that was a shark or not, but I botched it either way. And then today, of course, we had one. I'm fooling with the bait rod, and I assume he just spun his way up to the mono and cut it. And then the other, I'm pretty sure, I don't think he'd bite through that wire. I think my crimp give. And so, we just had some bad luck, folks. We just had bad luck. But you know what? Got the rest of it today. I got tomorrow. I got Friday. Make it happen. Plus tonight, I'm gonna go out there off our dock. I'm not filming out there in the evenings when I'm fishing off the dock, there where we're staying. It wouldn't matter if I had. Hell, I ain't done no good there. Last 2 nights, I ain't hooked a thing. But still, I'm still gonna have more time to, okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Something got after him. I saw the balloon go under. I hope he didn't just rip him off. May not have been a shark, it could have been anything. Something got after him though. You think he just ripped him off the hook? I fear he did. That bait we worked so hard for, I think, is gone. Gone. Get my balloon down the line here. He pulled the balloon up. Let's see. Make sure my hook's... No, he's still on there. He's still on there, folks. Is he swimming, though? He's dead. He's deader than damn it. Well, he kicked a little bit. I can see. Look at that. You can see something right there and right there. All right, let's send him back out. Well, you know what? He's barely moving. Now that he's barely moving, now let's cut him. Let's do that now. There with my scissors. Well, we got no more scissors today, folks. We didn't need them no way. I guess we won't have them the rest of the trip. They just went overboard. I got to get me a better system on this kayak as far as storing stuff. I don't have a good place to store tools on here just yet. There's obviously no internal storage on this kayak. It's kind of just it's essentially a paddle board is what it is, with the seat and pedals. And so it don't really have any place to store tools. Everything's got to be up on the deck. And so it's kind of I've just got things behind me in my crate. And I fumble fingered them there scissors when I was grabbing my pliers. All right, let's get some distance real fast here. Let's get some distance real fast here between this thing and us as we drift. Let's back it up. I cut some slits in it. He's about dead, so we'll try him like that for a little while. Something got after him at least. I don't know what it was. It wasn't him doing that. My drag is loose, but it ain't so loose that he was going to be able to do that, especially bad conditions he's in. Okay. Put him back in the rod holder. Back in the game again, folks. got that balloon a little bit closer than what I maybe let out a little bit more line on that. Just for safety purposes in case something hits him and starts coming right at us. Back us up. All right, that's a little better. I feel a little better about that, folks, don't you? I do anyway. Y'all may not give a damn if one of these sharks comes up thrashing right here in front of us, but I'm a little concerned about it. Sometimes when I've caught them in the past, sometimes they feel that hook, they feel that resistance, and they go. And they hit that water surface and they're spinning and they're thrashing, and if they happen to be coming right at you, God help you. Let's just drift for a little while though. He's freshly dead, we got him bleeding. Let's just drift. We know there's some sharks here, by gosh. We know there's some in the area. Wind and the current though, it's pushing us this way. I'd kind of like to go backwards down that channel. If we keep going this direction, we're going to end up over here on this flat, which I wouldn't mind working beside it. We may make some casts too over there. I can't believe it though, folks. I've just been snake betting on the sharks. Yeah, we don't know yesterday for sure if it was or not. We know today we've seen 3 and hooked 2. And who knows what that was. I mean, that could have been a barracuda or something random trying to hit that thing there last time. But the other 2 for sure that broke us off were definitely sharks. I just like, I feel better. It don't matter if I'm catfishing, doing this, whatever. I feel better when you got fresh bait. Fresh, lively bait. This is freshly cut as it gets with this one, but I'd like for him to be alive. I got to figure out what them things are. One of y'all, I guarantee you, I probably had 50 people comment on the video from yesterday. Because again, by the time you're seeing this, I done been home a while. My video is about 2 weeks behind. But I guarantee you, after that last video come out, I had a bunch of people probably comment and tell me what that fish was. And there'll be a bunch of people commenting in this video telling me what it is. But it's too late at that point. I'll know for next year, but I won't know for this year. I looked up, I got online yesterday and looked up like common fish species and stuff like that, but I didn't. It's tough to look at pictures on a screen and kind of, it is for me anyway. I mean, some fish are certainly obvious, but those things, they could be a variety of stuff. Boy, it didn't take long to get, look how far away we've drifted from the bridge in just a short time, folks. We're moving. I gotta be careful. I don't want to get too far away because it's about probably 3 miles from the bridge back to where I'm staying. And I can't stay out here too terribly long today because we're driving down to Marathon for that turtle hospital this afternoon. So whenever we get done here, I'm probably just I'm gonna fish till the battery dies probably. That's probably what I'm gonna do. We get done here, it's gonna take me at least an hour or more to get back, depending on how far we get drug away. And then I'll need to go in and shower, and then we got to drive down to we're staying in Islamorada. We got to drive down to Marathon, which mileage-wise is not that far away. But because you're on a 2-lane road for most of it, and there's cops about every other mile, because it's a big speed trap down here, the speed limit changes constantly here. You go from 55 down to 45, down to 35, back up to 55, and then they've done that purposely. And there's cops every second or third mile, man. You're going to see either a local police or a state trooper. And they just write people tickets nonstop down here, get them for speeding. So you got to take your time. So even though something ain't a long distance away mileage-wise, it takes a while because you've literally got to go 40, 45 miles an hour most of the way there in order to be able to get there. And plus, you're going to have a bunch of cars going down too, so if you're turning out somewhere, you got to wait. You never can just pull right out. So anyway, I got a long pedal back to the house. I need to shower. And then a drive down there, and they stopped doing tours according to the website, they stopped doing the tours at 4 o'clock. That's when the last one goes out. They apparently do them tours every half hour, all day long up until 4. I'm just pedaling us backwards here a little bit. We're moving closer and closer over here to this flat on the other side. You can probably see that pole over there. Now I can see it's super shallow right there. Right there on the other side of that pole, it's super shallow. I can see the color change in the water. So I'm just trying to drift us around right here in this area as the wind and current pushes us that way. And I think probably what I'll do, we get over there, we'll take a look and see just how, it's obviously much shallower because you can see the change, but I don't know how much shallower. Are we talking inches deep? Or are we talking a few feet deep? But we'll get over there when we drift to it and make some casts and see if we can't get something up on that flat and maybe kind of work the edge of the drop a little bit over there as we're fishing up on the flat. I'm just feeling more and more like we've missed our chance, folks. I'm getting a little discouraged. I'm trying not to be a Debbie Downer here, but we had 2 amazing opportunities. Could have been the same shark too, potentially. He might have 2 of our hooks in him now. But just botched it, man. I just suck. That's all I gotta say, I just suck. We'll get better. One of these days I'm gonna get it dialed in. I just hope I never turn into one of these people that hates them, like everybody else in Florida that just, you say shark and they roll their eyes because they don't want anything to do with them, man. They just hate them. They eat the fish they're trying to catch. And when I've shark fished in the past and posted the videos, it's amazing the range of comments I get. Because in a kayak, they're going to tow me around for a long time. Offshore, of course. They're not going to take me, they're not going to pull me up on the bank. Like, they're going to pull me out away from land. And it takes a while to tire them down in the kayak because you're just a bobber to them. I mean, they're so strong. They're just pulling you around like nothing. And you can't get leverage on them, of course. So it's hard. Okay. The balloon's down. The balloon's down. The balloon's down, folks. I suddenly got a lot more optimistic. Let's tighten up. He's got it, buddy. He's got it. He's got it. This is something strong right here. This is something strong. Turn my clicker off. Don't drive you insane. We got him, whatever he is. We got him. I don't know what we got, but we got him. It's a good one. It's a good one. I just got a lot more optimistic. I just got way more optimistic, folks. He's out there way in front of my balloon. He's running it up the line. Oh, there he went. Is he coming back at us? He just come off. He splashed way out there about 100 yards. He just cut us. He just cut us. Dang, he come up thrashing and got my line. Boy, folks, man, I tell you what, we're just snake bitten today. Snake bitten, man. That's so discouraging. It was fun while it lasted. The minute there we had one hooked up, it was fun. They get up there in your mono, man, it's over. Like they're like sandpaper. I'm gonna put on, we're gonna put on that other one that we put in the cooler there. Let me see. I was trying to see. Oh, I think they're in my truck. I got a bunch more rigs tied up, but I think the others are in my truck. I only put so many in the kayak. I was looking for one of them rigs that I had bought that were pre-made. That one there wasn't an issue with our crimp, but now I've lost confidence in my crimping abilities too after messing up that one apparently. I just want to get one up to the kayak, man. That's what I want. I just want to get one up. I was trying to say though, like, when you do get one and he's towing you around all over creation, of course, like, there's only so much you can do with him because you can't get leverage. So what ends up happening is you gotta just go for the ride, man, and hang on for dear life. And eventually you'll get him tired down enough where you can kind of get him up and get him up beside you, but like, you're not going to be able to land the thing. Like that's out. You're not going to land him, okay? And so what do you do in a kayak? About all you can do is get down to your wire and snip it. And, you know, let's face it, this wire, man, like, it don't take long for stuff to rust out here. I'm telling you, man, my pliers, by the time I get home, and I'm spraying everything off every time I get back, but still, everything rusts very quickly in the ocean. So, like, it's not going to take long for them hooks and the wire and stuff to rust out of these sharks. But nevertheless, you catch a bunch of flack from the comment box over cutting your leader, but what the hell are you supposed to do? And again, I can't bring it up here in the kayak to land it. I can't reach down there and safely unhook it when he's still thrashing around. And, you know, some of these sharks, man, they got a lot of weight on them, you know? Like, even once they're tired out, like, they're still incredibly strong. Now I've lost my balloons. There they are. But like, these sharks, man, they thrash their heads even after you've got them tired out. Like, they're still a force to be reckoned with. So the best thing I think to do is get up to your wire, snip it, and let them go. Get our balloon back on here. But you do that, and people are coming at you in the comment box from all angles. Some people's upset because you left a hook in a fish purposely. Other people are upset with you. We're back in the game here, folks. We're back in it. There we go. Let's get away from that balloon real fast. Other people upset with you, though, because you didn't kill the shark, because they hate them and they think they all ought to die. And it don't matter what you do, you can't, when you're shark fishing, you can't please anybody. And then you got other people that are shark advocates. They're pissed off because you're fishing for them out of a kayak and you're spending 2 hours to get them up to where you can cut the leader, because, you know, they're building up, as they're fighting for an hour or two, they're building up lactic acid, which apparently hurts their ability or hurts their chances to survive. And I don't know the mortality rate, certainly. I'm not that educated on it, but that's what they go on about. So again, it don't matter what you do, everybody's gonna be upset with you. That's what I'm getting at. Like, I've literally caught it from every angle every time that I've posted a video where I've hooked a shark. So I just do my thing and just say hell with it. You know, people gonna say what they gonna say. Let me check y'all. Okay, you good? Nothing on the screen there. Where we at on battery life? We're good. We're good on battery for a while. All right, folks. Well, we got another one out there. Not as fresh as the last one, but you know what? I lost confidence, and we got that other one to eat. So now that's 3 sharks we've managed to lose. This next one we get, assuming we get another, I am going to try to turn on that drag a little quicker this next time. Crank up the drag a little more. I guess it's kind of better with us facing the balloon that way. What you don't want to do, and I don't know how big a deal it'll be in this kayak. Obviously, I can't keep one long enough to find out. Can't keep one hooked long enough to find out. What you never want to do in a kayak is have a big fish on, your drag locked down tight, and you be fighting it sideways. If you're going to go overboard in a kayak, it's going to be side to side. You're never going to flip a kayak end over end. It's always going to be side to side. So when you're fighting a big fish, you want to keep your rod, and you want to be facing your front of your kayak, because you're not going to flip that way. And let's say you're trolling, you got a bait behind you, and you got to get turned. That can be difficult, you know, to get yourself turned. But this kayak here turns so quickly. And with the way this kayak sits on the water, like, I don't know how big a deal it is to be fishing sideways off of it, because the fish may spin you very quickly. I don't know, you know, it's one of them things. It'd be nice if we could keep one hooked longer than a few seconds to be able to find out. I just suck today, folks. I just suck today. I'm having fun. Again, I'm having fun. That's the most important thing. I'm having fun. I'd have a lot more fun if we could get towed around a while longer than 30 seconds. But either way, we know there's some sharks here. We know there's some out here. That one, the last one there, he was about, I don't know, 50, 100 yards past the balloon. That balloon had slid up my line there when he took off. But he didn't really come up and make a big thrash on the surface. And he just got that line and broke it. And this line's fresh. I spooled up with fresh line before I come down, so it's good. It's just, they hit it with their tail or roll up in it, and it's over. I should have probably made my wire leaders a little bit longer. The pre-made ones I had got were a little bit longer. I'll stick some of them in my bag tonight before we go to Bahia tomorrow. That way we'll have the professionally made ones that I had bought versus I just thought it'd be interesting and make my own. I bought the supplies, I bought the crimps. Last year it worked out. I didn't have any issues, but now I'm a little, after it looked like the crimp broke on that one. Actually, I still got it here. Yeah, I think the crimp probably broke on that. Pulled free. I've lost confidence in them now. lost confidence in what I'm doing. It felt like a good fish, though. It felt like a good shark. We never got to look at him that last one, but he felt good. I saw that balloon go under, and it's like a kid watching a bobber when you bluegill fishing, man. It's just same excitement as being 5, 6 years old and watching that bobber go under. Again, we're kind of just drifting our way with the wind and the current closer and closer to this flat over here. And when we get over here, we're going to keep that bait out. But we're going to make some casts and see if we can get something else up on that flat and switch that bait out possibly. I feel like the first two that we put on there were bleeding better than the last two that we put on. I feel like the last two didn't really bleed that much. But yeah, as far as landing these sharks in the kayak, I don't have a good solution. Ideally, you'd like to wear them down, pull up on shore somewhere, land them that way, get them unhooked, and send them back. That'd be a perfect world. But usually, by the time you're done with them, you're so far out, there's no land anywhere near. And you get them up to the side, and it's hard to even get them. They're not, they just don't stop. They just keep going and going and going. And so you're cranking them, and usually 2 hours in, my arm's jello. You know, I'm dead. So you can only do so much to get them so close. So I don't know what a good solution is, but I think, I think really and truly the best solution is probably to fight them as quick as you can, get to your leader and snip it. That's probably the best because, the longer you play them out trying to get down there to that hook, the more lactic acid's going to build up. And, I swear, I just don't think, seeing how my gear rusts so quickly down here, I just don't think them hooks are going to last very long in their mouth. In the salt, I just don't think they will. I think that's the best solution. We're getting farther and farther away from that bridge back there, folks. I'm gonna have a long haul to get back, but if we catch a big shark today, it's gonna be worth it. I don't even care if it's a big one. I just want to hook something and get him up, get a look at him. Right here's what I want. I want to get him up the side of the kayak and him be longer than my kayak, and I'd love to catch a hammerhead. I ranked in one of these unedited videos recently, I was kind of ranking my favorite catches throughout my life. And really there's 1A and 1B as far as catches go. The sailfish that I got in the kayak a few years ago is right up there. And the hammerhead I got that hammerhead I caught 2 years ago now was right behind where I'm staying. I hooked him 100 yards out. Doing this right here. I was pulling a bait. I was pinfish. I had pinfish on. I had a live one and a cut one on the same hook, and it was just trolling. Right there, a few feet deep, right there where I was staying at, and busted that hammerhead. those two are my favorite catches of all time. Now I've gotten one of each, one sailfish and one hammerhead. It's possible I've hooked another hammerhead in one of these sharks that I've hooked and just haven't seen, but only one that I was able to fight for it was about two hours or so. I fought him and got him up, and that video's on my channel. But it was so much fun. But I hope to possibly have another chance at a hammerhead at some point down here. I've been told down there at Bahia Honda that there's a lot of hammerheads down there. So, and of course where I'm staying at, where I'd hook that one, it's a pretty good ways from Bahia Honda. So I mean, they're all over out here. We got a chance at hooking one right here, possibly. But anytime you got a bait in the water, you know, you got a chance. But supposedly they're in better numbers down there at that Bahia Honda place. Now, I am gonna go down there tomorrow. You know, I'm gonna take the bait I got that's in my cooler and just chunk it up, take it out, drop it off in the kayak, go back to shore, assuming we can. If we can't, then I'll do what we're doing today. And I'll certainly take a bait rod, or my bait rod's out there, and we'll try to catch something fresh too to put on. But if not, we'll drift around out there between them bridges. There's the old bridge and the new bridge, and the current is pretty intense through there. Like it's something, man. It's moving. But we'll try to make do with it best we can, just like I did last year, and give it a few hours and see what we can do. If it goes well, I'll probably take the cameras tomorrow, since that'll be a potentially cool. I'll probably take the cameras for that. Now, if we don't do any good, obviously I'm not going to post a video of me getting skunked or something. I don't mind posting a video like this today because we got several fish before we started hooking the sharks. And we've hooked enough sharks here, even though I've made a fool of myself because I can't keep one on very long. But there's been action in today's video. But let's say I go out there tomorrow and I just get skunked or something. I probably won't post that. Unless I'm catching a bunch of fish. But like if I'm able to set up on that island and do what I want to do and I don't catch any fish, I'm not going to post a video of that. Oh, look at this, folks. Look at this. Boy, that's loud. Boy, howdy. Any of y'all out there that was asleep ain't no more. Oh, here comes two more. Who knew we was gonna see Top Gun out here today? Old Tom Cruise Maverick, buddy. Maverick and Goose getting after it. It's possible while we've been out on the water today that World War III has started, for all I know. I got my phone back there in a dry bag, so I don't have a clue what's going on in the world today. Over here on this flat, there's some other people in kayaks over there on that flat. I think what I'm gonna do, folks, is I'm gonna turn us around and I'm gonna bust out the spoon and throw over here on the edge of this flat. Hopefully you can see here. Let me stand up a minute. You can see the flat right there and the drop off here. I don't know how deep it drops off, but you can certainly see that there is a drop off. So we're going to just take our spoon We'll troll with that balloon behind us. And we'll make some casts over here. See if we can't get something on the edge of this flat right here on this drop. If we get something, a fresher bait, we'll stick it on. Some people out there paddle kayaks, man. I've seen a few places that rent paddle kayaks and down through here, and I tell you what, man. Oh, here comes Tom Cruise again. I hear him. They're out there circling around, man. I'm telling you, man, World War III started today, and we don't even know about it. I'm out here on the water completely oblivious to what's going on in the world. Tom Cruise done broke my train of thought. Oh, I was talking about them paddle kayaks. But I've seen them out there several places. That Robbie's place there yesterday had some around. And, you know, they were over there along the shoreline, which was fine. Like, they were good where they were at. But I was like, man, if somebody got one of them paddle kayaks and they got out in that swifter current there between the bridges, they're in trouble. Like they're going for a ride. But I bet that happens quite frequently. Somebody misjudges the current, or the current picks up while they're out there. Maybe they're out there at a time when the current's not very bad, and they're like, oh, well, something's off over there in the distance, a little island or something. Let's go check that out. And then while they're out there, the current picks up and they get swept away. I bet you that happens frequently. I guarantee it does. I ain't got it connected to my life jacket. I should out here. But I do have a marine radio. If something goes bad, I can call somebody. It's in my bag there, right, that's connected to the seat. Like if the kayak was to flip somehow, the radio ain't going nowhere. Like it's connected to the bag, or it's in the bag that's connected to the seat, if I get my words out. We're just gonna work this right here, man. Right here on the edge with the spoon. There may be something up on this flat here potentially. I'm gonna pedal us kind of back up here, up current. You can see how far we've come from the bridge just in a short time. I don't want to drift down too much further here. Lord knows we were getting them other sharks there first thing, up there much closer to the bridge, so. But I do want to work along this flat here on our way back up. And I'll try to work us up here too. That way, we'll hopefully finishing up closer, closer I'm saying, because it's going to be a long run to get back, especially after I've been out here pedaling all day. I ain't been as bad today as yesterday, because yesterday I felt like I fought the current the whole time I was out there around the bridge. Today, at least, the first little while we were out here, the current was fine. Oh, crap, here we go. Oh, crap, he's around my rudder. Oh, there he is, you see him? He's around my rudder. What the crap? Oh, crap. Are you kidding me right now? He's around my rudder. He's still on, too. He's still on. What? How have we done this around our rudder? There he goes. You see him? You see him? He's towing us backwards. I actually hope this one does come off, because he's towing us backwards. I can't do nothing. He's somehow around my rudder. We've had all kinds of problems here, folks. We've had all kinds of problems. I cannot, for the life of me, catch a break today. Oh, there it comes. Now he's probably gone. He's probably done. Let me tighten up my drag here. He's probably done gone now. No, he ain't either. No, he ain't. No, he ain't. He's coming this way. Oh, he's over here beside us on the left. He's over here beside us. He's jumping all over, folks. Y'all are missing it. He had me around the rudder. He had me around the daggone rudder, man. We've had nothing but problems out here today. It's been incredible that we've survived somehow. I don't know how I've lived as long as I have with all the blunders that happened to me. But we've got another one right here, man, and he's close. He's spinning us in circles. He was thrashing around everywhere. It's a smaller one here, thankfully. Is that a black tip? I think it's maybe a black tip. Thankfully, it was a smaller one since he had us going backwards with the rudder. Here's a crab pot we got to work around. I'm gonna play him out here. I ain't trying to do nothing with him right now while he's still wanting to take off. Yeah, that's a smaller. I think that's a black tip. I see it up there, yeah. Okay, folks, we finally got one here. Smaller shark, but boy, am I happy to have him, man. We finally had some success today. We lost the bigger ones, but this size right here is fun because it don't take forever to tame them. You know what I mean? Like you can actually, it don't take 2 hours to get one like this that's, I don't know how long he is, 3 or 4 foot probably. Probably 3 foot. Let me get my cutters here. Let me get myself some slack. Again, we ain't trying to get down here in this thing's mouth out here in open water. And I ain't wanting to get out up on this flat either and get in the water with him to try to get it. That's awesome, folks. That's awesome. That is cool, man. Yeah, a little black tip. Yeah, these are fun. These are real fun. Let me get around this pole here and we're gonna try to, current's just taking us along here. I'm gonna try to, I don't wanna hold my leader too tight because he is still got some energy. Let me just get a little bit more slack here. Let's see what we can do with this. That hook is right there on the edge of the mouth. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, I need more slack. Okay, I want to put my rod back in the rod holder is what I want to do. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, let's see what we can do with this thing. I'm gonna be careful, but I would, man, if we can possibly get down there to that thing. I don't know if I want to get my hand that close or not. I'm afraid he does that right there, he's gonna end up on this kayak. Oh, crap. Got wrapped around our pedal. By gosh, we got us one, folks. He ain't the biggest, but we got him all the way to the kayak. I have touched my leader. That's a win, folks. That's a win on the day. Let's see what we can do here. I'm, you know, again, I'm a little hesitant to get down here near this thing's mouth, but give me that hook back, fish. Give me it back. can't get that hook out. I can't get that thing to turn. Dadgummit. Boy, we are so close right here with getting that hook out. There we go. There he goes. All right, we got it back out. All right. That's a win, folks. That's a double win. We got our fish. Hey, it wasn't pretty. Gosh, we landed one. We got him. It was fun. We got our hook out of him. How awesome is that, man? Little black tip. Okay, well, we got in the current again out here, man. Look how far we drifted down that time. Geez, the current's really ripping out here. I'll tell you, them people in the paddle kayaks, but they get out here, they're in trouble. All right. Well, folks, hell, far, let's do it again. I'm gonna take a bait from back here. We'll just cut this thing. We'll cut a chunk out, why don't we? Of this thing. And I'm gonna keep, as we make our way back up, you know, I'm gonna keep just chugging along here, throwing that spoon and see what we can do. If we can bust something else that's good and lively, we'll stick it on. This is one of them things I caught yesterday. Yeah, thankfully that one there, folks, thankfully he was a small one, because we were wrapped around our rudder and that could have gone much worse. I don't know how we got, I guess when I turned, maybe in the current or whatnot, it got around the rudder. Let me bust out another balloon. They take these balloons under and pops them. Okay. Tighten this back up now. That was fun. It was a cluster, but it was fun. There's still a cluster too. I got all my line wrapped up here. Okay. Let's get this balloon down there. Okay. Sorry, I got my mouth full with this balloon. I'm holding my mouth here. Okay. Oh, lordy days, folks. We done it. We landed one. Literally landed one. Get this balloon tied on. My hands are shaking. I'm so excited. I'm all excited, folks. That's all I can say. Things went right for one of them. It was a cluster, but things went right. Okay. Let's get back out here. We've washed up on this flat. Now another good thing about this Hobie Lynx is you get up here in this shallow water, if it gets too shallow through here, I can still pedal, because I can flutter kick. I can put them fins right up under the bottom of the kayak and flutter kick. Whereas you take a normal bicycle style pedal drive, it's in a fixed position, like my Old Town pedal kayak, it's in a fixed position. So we get over here in this, I don't know how deep it is here, it's probably deep enough for my Old Town, but if it wasn't, I'd have to pull up the pedal drive and paddle. Whereas this one, I don't have to do that, so that's nice. But yeah. Oh man, that was awesome. That was awesome, folks. That tickles me, folks. We had something go right. All right, we're back out here in the deeper water now, so let's let out some line, put some distance between us and this balloon for when they go crazy and start thrashing and go. You missed all the thrashing because I was trying to fool with the damn rudder. All the jumps and spins and stuff. Them black tips, buddy, I mean, they're acrobatic. Like, they come up and they're bouncing around in the sky, jumping. Hell, we had Tom Cruise out here flying around, Top Gun Maverick. All right, we got our drag looking good there again. Let's put the clicker back on. All right, man, we're back in the game, folks. We're back in it. Let's get up here and get back on the spoon. See if we can catch something a little fresher. That's exciting, folks. What is that? That's 4 now? 4 now that we've hooked? 25%. 1 out of 4. This bridge, though, that bridge down yonder to the left is right there in front of Robbie's, which is that restaurant there and dock that's got all the tarpon. And this one up here is the one above it, north of it. I don't know what it's called. All these bridges got a name, but hell, there's bridges. Like right, even right up here, see there's another one. There's constantly bridges all up and down through here going over these islands and stuff. So there's activity around all of them as far as fish, like on the concrete stuff. I mean, literally every bridge I have fished down here, I have caught something around. But some of them obviously are more productive. Now that 7 Mile bridge down there, it's literally 7 miles long, going on down toward Marathon. I've done really well down there. And there's a nice place to put in right down there below it. But it is a good haul to get down there, and you need the wind and everything to be right. I don't know if I'll fish there this time or not. I may go there on Friday. I definitely want to hit Bahia tomorrow. I may go to 7 Mile on Friday, potentially. We'll see how it goes at Bahia tomorrow. If I have a great day at Bahia tomorrow, I may go back there on Friday, so I want to leave my options open. But, this place here, it's nice, having never fished here before in years past, to come out here and have some success today, both on catching the smaller fish we were getting there earlier and now hooking 4 sharks. We might get another one as we make our way back up through here. I need to start heading back now, though. I need to start working our way up current here, I guess I should say, because it's tough to see, or it's tough to judge how far away we are from that bridge. I'm terrible at distances, but hell, it's probably a half mile or more away. Everything is farther away than it looks in the ocean, folks. Everything. And I got to go about 3 miles past that. Well, to the left over there. I got to go about 3 miles to the left to get back to where I'm staying. I'm hoping that the current is going that way on the way back. Once I go through that little mangrove canal, I'm hoping that the current is going that way. It'll make things easier, certainly. We done scared that bird off right there. He wasn't scared of that shark we pulled up, but he's scared of us getting too close. See, a shark like that, though, that one actually was small enough we could get hold of the hook and get it out. If you got one that's 6, 8, 10 foot long on, forget about it. You ain't doing that in a kayak. That one there is small enough. I didn't want to bring him in. I for damn sure didn't want to do that. But small enough that I could get the hook back. I gotta be careful here, make sure our balloon don't get wrapped around that pole as we go by. I hope we get something here on the edge of this flat. I'd love to put out another one of them. Uh-oh. Oh, folks, we got something about to happen here. I'm putting this up real fast. There was a big splash right behind our bait. I heard it back there. I heard it. Let's put this over here. Actually, let's put this up. Let's put it. Oh, crap. Crap. Oh, he's on it. He's on it. He's on it. I knew I saw him behind it. I saw him behind it. Here we go. We're going back downstream. Hang on, folks. He's out. He's way out there in front of the. Oh, there he goes. I think it's another black tip. Down there. He come up flying up out of the air. He's still on. Let me get you all repositioned here. Oh, this is awesome. Right on the edge of this flat, man. I was worried a balloon was about to hit that pole. I was going to turn around. I saw that splash right there behind. And man, he come and got it. He's coming right at us too. We're going to have to be careful here. We're going to be careful. We don't want him coming up and jumping while we're this close, but I'm reeling right down on him, man. There were our balloons right up here at our rod tip. There he goes. This is awesome. This is awesome, man. That was one of them baits that we'd cut up too from yesterday. Maybe I was overthinking it earlier. Maybe we just need to put a little bit more time in out here. I was probably overthinking it. We'll know for tomorrow not to worry about it so much. Oh, here comes the damn boat down through here too. He's gonna have to go right beside us because the flat's over there to the left. God forbid he go to the left of us. All right, man, we hooked up here with another one. I think it's another black tip the way he come up. This is awesome. Knock on wood, if I had something to knock. We ain't had no issues with this one. No, nothing's wrapped up in the rudder. We ain't had no shenanigans happen. Maybe we got all our bad Judy off of us finally. It took 4 sharks to get all our bad Judy off. But maybe now we finally got things dialed in. It's smooth sailing from here. Wally bum. He's spinning us back around. Well, this kayak right here, it's awesome, man. It'll spin on a dime when that happens. That's awesome. That's very helpful in this situation to spin that quickly. That's very helpful. This kayak, man, I have zero buyer's remorse for getting this thing. It has been awesome. Let's see if I can get him up here and get a look at him. I don't think he's ready to be looked at, but we're going to get him up here anyway. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy, he's spinning us in circles here. I think this one might be a smidge bigger than the last one. Oh, whoa. He's strong, buddy. He is strong. He ain't ready to come up yet. I think he's a bit bigger than the last one, folks. Still ain't for sure what it is. I'm gonna assume it's a black tip. I'm gonna have to back off this drag or he's gonna take off with the rod one of these times. He's just spinning us in circles now. I think it's a black tip the way he come up jumping, but I ain't got a good enough look at him down in the water to know for 100% yet. Okay, now we about got, yeah, it's a black tip. It's a black tip. Stay out of them crab pots over there. This in here may be a little bigger than what we want to try to get the hook out of. This one may be one we snip. We'll get down to our wire certainly, but we may have to snip this. Oh, don't go that way. Don't go that way. There we go. This is fun, folks. This is awesome. This is what I was hoping for. This is what I was hoping for this week. Should have switched to the balloon yesterday instead of trying to fish on bottom, getting crabbed to death. But maybe things would have worked different, but coulda, woulda, shoulda yesterday, man. Can't go back in time, folks. All we got's what's in front of us. Let's get him back up here and take a look. He don't want to be looked at. That's a pretty good one. These black tips certainly don't get as big as bull sharks and some of the other species, but they're a fun time because they're big enough to take you on a sleigh ride. And their acrobatics are awesome, but yet at the same time too, they're small enough, 6 foot or less usually, that it don't take 2 hours to get them subdued. Oh, buddy, he's so strong, man. These things are so powerful. They are just pure muscle. He's on this side. Let's just take my time with him here a second, get him back over here. I'd prefer him be on the left. That way, because I'm left-handed, I don't want to have to reach across my body to try to cut that leader when it's time. Okay, there he is. Yeah, he's a little bit bigger than the last one. He's probably 4 to 5 foot long, I'd say. And folks, this rod right here, man, again, it's the Catfish Sumo Elite 150 rod. It's a catfish rod, but this is it's a big game rod. I mean, it can literally you can tie 150 pounds to the end of that rod and lift it if you got the strength to do it, and it ain't gonna break. And it takes a big fish to put any kind of bend in this rod at all because of that, but it's perfect for what we're doing out here, man. It's absolutely perfect. Okay, we've got him up here now. Let's get a better look at him here on the side. Try to anyway, if he'll let us pull him back up. I'm gonna stand up here a second and get a look at him. Yeah, he's probably, I don't know, 4 foot, 4 or 5 foot there. Again, these black tips aren't huge sharks compared to some of the other species out here, like bull sharks and tiger sharks and hammerheads, certainly all that. But they are so much fun, man. They are so much fun. Okay, he's got that hook down in his mouth. I saw it there. It's way down in there. There's no way I'm getting that. There's no way. Not out here in open water. I'm not even going to make an attempt on that because that's danger waiting to happen, folks. That is danger waiting to happen. Is that cool or what, though, man? That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, buddy. Oh, man, we've drifted a long ways away from that bridge. A long ways away from the bridge today. Oh, he ain't wanting to calm down. I want to get him back on the left-hand side. We're just going to snip that leader there. I mean, again, even, there's no way. That hook's too deep in his mouth. There's no way we're safely doing that out here. I'd rather do it on the left than the right, but he wants to keep coming to the right, so we'll try to accommodate him. No. There it is. Okay. There it is. Let's see if we can see him. I don't see him. He's gone. Oh, buddy. Hey, y'all. We just done it again, man. Oh, we just done it again. Yes, buddy. That's two. That's two that we've actually got up to the kayak, man. Yes. That's so much fun. Golly bum, we're a long ways from that bridge. The current is so swift through here. That current is really moving. I'm gonna get our speed built up. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try it again, by God. I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna retie as I'm pedaling. I'm gonna try to multitask. Don't expect much conversation out of me while I'm doing that many things at once. But I'm gonna try it. That was so freaking awesome, man. That was another one too that my homemade leaders, they worked out. They didn't have any issues. I must have just had a bad crimp. That's all I can think of. Maybe it was one of the first ones I made or something. I don't know. Either way, the last two, now that we've got all the juju off of us, the last two have held. I gotta stop what I'm doing here while I get this part done, and we'll get back on the move, because we're gonna be halfway to Cuba here if we ain't careful. We're gonna get out there in that Gulf Stream and you're gone. We're a long ways from it, but still, you know, you get the drift, literally, as I'm trying to say. We keep getting pushed farther and farther away from where we are trying to go. But you know what? We've caught sharks all the way down through here. This, right here off this flat, beside us in this island, this deeper channel here to the right, man, it seems to be the ticket, buddy. All right, well, let me get that head. Let's put this head on. Catfishing, I like a head bait. Shark fishing, I don't know that it matters. I don't really have a preference. I don't have enough experience to have a preference at this point in time. Yeah, let's do this, man. Let's get back over here before I let this thing out. Let me get over here in the actual channel and off this flat, or we'll be dragging bottom here and getting hung. Where are we at on time? We got battery left? Yeah, we got a little battery left here, folks. I promised my girlfriend we were going to the turtle hospital today, and I've got, from where we started back to where I'm staying, it's an hour of solid pedaling. And I bet you we got 30 plus minutes to get from here to there. So I'm gonna fish till the battery dies today. And I'm gonna have to go back and hopefully make it to the damn turtle hospital before it closes today. I'm in so much trouble if we don't get to that damn turtle hospital. My girlfriend's very understanding, but still, I've got to get her to that turtle hospital today. You can see where it drops off right here, man. You can see it. We're just gonna throw this out right here, this head on this balloon. We got it. Let's put it out there, man. I'm gonna pedal this a little quicker. And this time, because we're running short on time, I'm not even gonna try casting that spoon out anymore as we go up through here, because I was hoping to get us another live bait to put on. But at this point, it's getting so late in the time here for me. I'm just going to start making our way back, and hopefully we'll hook into something here on this big head as we go up through here. Okay, there we go. I feel better about that. I don't want that drag being too tight. But we're just gonna pull it along here as we make our way back. I'm gonna, you know, that balloon is 3 or 4 foot up our line. But that bait, hell, it's probably up near the surface too, to be honest with you, because we're moving into the current. There's nothing real, I don't have any weight on there. I don't have any sinker on there to keep the bait down. So it's probably up near the surface. But you know, if these sharks, if they're up high enough to see that bait that's 3 foot deep or so at the most anyway, hell, they can come get it off the surface too. That last one we hooked, we were coming up by that post there, and I thought, the way the wind was blowing and the current and everything, like I thought we were liable to get in that post, like get our line wrapped around that post, and I saw that splash like on back behind my bait, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna come get it. And then boom, it was on, man. Y'all, that's so much fun, man. Y'all, that's what I come down here for, man. That's what you can't get at home back in Tennessee. There ain't no sharks like that. I know, again, those are small, man. Those are smaller black tip sharks. First one there, 3 foot or so, probably. That one, 4, 4.5, 5 foot, somewhere in that range. Fun time. They're awesome because, you know, you can have your fun. They do their acrobatic flips, and then you can actually land them in a reasonable time. But boy, they're small in comparison to what else is out here and what we might get hooked into tomorrow. Down there at Bahia, man, that one last year that straightened my hook, again, freak thing that happened. How does the hook not break? How does it straighten all the way? I don't know. Just a freak thing. But boy, tomorrow, man, we got a real chance tomorrow for sure. And hell, the fact is, we could hook into something monstrous out here too on our way back. You just never know. You just literally never know. What, 2 years ago, when I was trolling there behind the place I'm staying, sure, I knew there was a chance I could hook into anything. I wasn't expecting a big hammerhead. You know what I mean? Like, you just don't know. It could happen at any time for you. But I know this, between the excitement and between all the pedaling I have had to do out here, I'm tired. I had really hoped that Texas Power Paddle motor that I got for this thing would work out for situations like this, where I'm tired and we've got a long ways to go. I could flip on that motor and, you know, work the current a little better. But it was just such a piece of junk. They kept sucking up the leaves. And I'm like, you get out here, every year I've been here, this year hasn't been, at least where I've fished so far, hasn't been as bad. But every year there's been a bunch of seaweed floating around, patches of it. And you'll see some grass, like little blades of grass like that, just sporadically out here right now. Like if those get sucked up, like here's some more right here. If those get sucked up in that small prop of the Texas Power Paddle motor, it just bogs it down. It just shuts it off, and you have to turn it off. It'll give that reverse thrust. It'll hopefully clear out whatever's on the prop, and then you start again. And man, working it there at home, and just around the leaves and stuff that was falling. I couldn't go anywhere with it. And I was like, man, I don't want to fool with this out on the ocean. You know, it's one more battery to charge. I don't have any batteries to charge this week, other than camera batteries. But like no fish finder battery, no motor battery, nothing like that. But it's just, you know, it's one more hassle to deal with, charging a battery. You've certainly got the risk of corroding your cables and whatnot out here in the salt water, because I mean, this stuff, it corrodes everything. And so part of me was happy, you know, not to be dealing with the motor and battery and all that, but boy, right now, when I've got this far to go to get back, I tell you, man, what I may do, I'm gonna look when we get up here. I may call the girlfriend, actually, have her come get me. If I can get up on these rocks, when we get back up here, I'm gonna take a look. Because you can pull off up here. But I didn't want to lower the kayak down over these rocks. But like if the water's not very choppy over there, if I can get this kayak out without beating the hell out of it on them rocks, I may just get out up there and call her. Get my Uber for the day. That may be what I do. It would certainly, I could sell it to her, but like, baby, I know you want to go to that turtle hospital. You just come pick me up right now, and we're gonna get there so much sooner. Yeah, we got a long ways to get back to the house, folks. But you know what? Totally been worth it today. Even through all the blunders, the first 3 just shenanigans that happened, it's paid off. I mean, we've ultimately hooked 5 sharks now. 5 of them. That is awesome, man. Here goes a big charter boat over here. Contagious. Let me look back at our balloon, just make sure. I'm gonna reel it in. I think we've picked up some seaweed. I glanced back at it and I think we've picked up some debris. Tighten my drag a little bit as we try to reel in. Let's take a look at it here. All right, come off, good, okay. All right, we're good. Well, let's get this thing back out then. Yeah, this has been awesome. I mean, we've hooked 5 sharks today, folks. 5 of them. I don't know if the others, they may have been black tips too. We'll never know. That one didn't come up thrashing, which makes me think maybe it wasn't. Might have been something different. All right, I'm just looking. Okay. Loosen our drag again. Okay. All right, I'm gonna slow our troll down now. Now that we've got up here past that pole again, I feel like I'm closer to the bridge. This is kind of in that area there where we hooked the last one. You can see right over here to the left. You can see, hopefully see on the camera, where that flat is. I don't know how deep it drops off here, but we are definitely in the channel part, and it's very noticeably in the channel part, just from the current flow. I don't know about that island over there. I don't know anything about it. I guess it's possible. I mean, I don't know what the terrain's like over there. I mean, I guess if we did hook something, we could probably make it's a few hundred yards over there. But I for damn sure ain't getting out on that flat trying to unhook nothing. I hate doing it. I ain't putting my feet in the water while I'm trying to unhook a shark that's going crazy. Yeah, I'm definitely going to look when I get up here and see if I can find a place to pull this kayak out. I am about full. I was already feeling it after yesterday pedaling as much as I have, because this pedaling motion, it's a different group of muscles. You know, my other Old Town kayak with the bicycle style motion, I pedal it all the time. Well, I mean, frequently enough, and I go long enough distances with it that I'm in pretty good bicycle style pedaling shape, right? Like I can do it a long period of time and not only not tire out, but not feel it the next day. Like I guess my body's so used to it that I don't feel it. Like I'm not waking up sore or fatigued or anything the next day. But this Hobie pedaling motion, I hadn't pedaled a Hobie kayak in, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, I guess. Well, it'd be longer than that. I pedaled my Hobie Pro Angler when I first got it until I put the motor on. But I got that in 2019. So it's been 5 or 6 years really since I've pedaled a Hobie kayak for any reasonable distance. Definitely not multi-days, because I was getting sciatic problems with it. Now I'm in a lot better physical shape now, and I think that's helped my cause. I'm not really having any sciatic issues, any pain, discomfort, but just I think because it uses different muscles than the bicycle style, I woke up feeling it a little bit yesterday, man. Feeling it this morning, feeling the burn after yesterday, covering so many miles. And then of course we've done a lot out here today. Not only the distance to get out here, which I guesstimate around probably 3 miles or so, based on how long it took me to get here, but then the distance back with the extra that we've went down, plus just working around the bridge and stuff, holding ourselves in place in the current. Like it's going to end up being probably a 10-mile day by the time it's all said and done. So I'm feeling it a little bit, folks. That's what I'm getting at. I'm whining a little bit. I'm feeling it. So if I can find a place to get out and have my girlfriend come pick me up, be like, honey, not only am I taking you out to the turtle hospital, I'm going to take you out to another $50 lunch today. Ain't that something though, man? The lunch that we had yesterday at that Robbie's place, if we had that same meal back home somewhere, we would have spent $25. And it's literally over double the price down here on everything. But that's the price you pay when you're out here in paradise. And I'll tell you what, it's worth it. I mean, it's just, I love it down here. It's just so beautiful. I'm leery. This place we're staying at, it's a timeshare. And I've talked to some of the other people there, and some of them have been there. They've owned the timeshare there 20 plus years. Several people have owned 20 plus years. Elias, his wife's family has timeshare. They've been coming there forever. And, you hear all the bad things about timeshares, but it would be nice to have one at this place and just have it locked down. They don't cost very much if you have a week come available, but I would want it ideally this week. This is Thanksgiving week here that I'm filming this. And so my girlfriend's birthday is on the 24th, and Thanksgiving usually falls around her birthday. Now this year, it's a little bit later this year. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving, actually. I'm filming this the day before Thanksgiving. What is that, 28th, 9th? Hell, I don't know what date today is. I don't want to pull my phone out here. Watch me fumble finger my phone overboard, not be able to call and get my ride. I'm going to be in real trouble. I don't want to take my phone out while I'm out here. But anyway, it's the day before Thanksgiving. But if I could get a week down here and lock that in, I would be interested in that possibly. Because it just works out, with her her birthday being on 24th, her job, she's off Thanksgiving and the day after anyway with her job. So she only has to end up taking 3 days vacation. And you know, she's off every weekend regardless, so she flew down this past Saturday. She'll fly home this coming Saturday. And it just works out. We end up being able to, she gets a full week down here. I'm gonna get about 10 days, I guess, when it's all said and done, because I started my drive last Wednesday. I drove all the way to South Florida last Wednesday and started fishing Thursday. So, oh, I heard a splash. I don't see our balloon. It's under. It's under. Here we go. Here we go. Let's tighten it down a little bit. I heard the splash back there. Oh, he's out there. I see him. I see him. I see him. Let's tighten down. It's another black tip. I think he's way out there now. He's way out there. He's coming right at us. Oh, Lord, he's coming right at us, man. He's coming at us straight on. He's coming at us straight on. I'm gonna need you to turn, fish. Oh, no, he ain't either. He's come off. Oh, man. He left our bait on there and everything. I don't know what happened with that. I heard the splash and turned around and the balloon was gone and off it went. Let's see what happened. I don't know what went wrong with that. I don't have a clue. You know what? My balloon's busted here. Let's try this. I'm just curious. He busted my balloon with that. But here's what I want to do. I'm going to pedal us. I'm going to just put this out there with no weight, no balloon, and just tow it behind us and see what happens. It'll go down a little bit in the water, but between the current and my pedaling speed, like it's not going to go, I don't think it's going to drag bottom through here. Okay, let's try that. Let's see what would happen with it. I don't know if it'll work or not. All right. I'll tell you what has worked out well though, is putting that reel, instead of having it in free spool with the clicker on, is turning that clicker on and turning my drag way down. That way I'm not gonna backlash and have a stupid mistake like I did yesterday. Yesterday was just plumb stupid on my part. Put my thumb on that spool and then whoosh, I totally messed that up yesterday. But this is working out way better. Basically treating this like I do the carp fishing back home, because you know, in the carp fishing, I cast my bait out, I turn my drag way down. Then once the fish starts running, as it's running, I crank it up. That's what I'm gonna do with these sharks. And that's gonna be way better for me. It's less chance of me screwing up doing this right here. I'm curious to see if we get bit on this though. I'm gonna pull this all the way up here to the bridge and just see what happens doing this. And I'm going against the current. I don't know how fast the current's going. It seems pretty swift when we stop pedaling and make our way back, but I'm pedaling into it. So that bait, I mean, it's a head bait, but it's pulling along. It'd probably be better to put a whole bait on, maybe, doing that. We got a head on there. We're gonna roll with it. So now we're what? How many is that? 6 sharks now? 6 sharks now we've hooked today. We've had some activity, folks. It ain't been for a lack of activity. I think I was overthinking it earlier with them other fish. After we saw that first shark, I should have just come on out here and started drifting around is what I should have done. I wasted a little time, but I didn't know. And I'm hoping, probably what I'll do tonight, we go down there and poke around at the dock we're staying at, throw out for some sharks. I'll probably take my spoon down there tonight too, and just because there's a bunch of fish right there on the edge of the dock around in the light and stuff. And if I could hook us some extra bait tonight, that would go a long way for us tomorrow, having some extra. This is so much fun getting pulled around in the kayak. I'm really questioning if I want to even set up on that island tomorrow. It would have more leverage certainly for landing fish, but it is so much fun getting towed around by these things. I may just go down there to Bahia and do this. Oh, here it is. Here it is. He got it. No balloon. We wasn't keeping it up. Here we go. Something else got it, buddy. I ain't seen no thrashing. I ain't seen no surface flopping. This may be something different. This is a good one, buddy. This is a good one. Boy, he's moving us. Okay, he's way down there. He's coming at us. We're about to catch up. And good fish. Swim this way. Tow us home, why don't you? What a good shark that would be if he would tow us the other direction. Swim against the current. He's coming right at us, man. This number 7, right here in this channel, man. This channel is where it's at. I'm still going to Bahia tomorrow, but Friday, if Bahia don't go well tomorrow, I may come back here on Friday. This one, he come up to the surface briefly, but he has not been thrashing around jumping. I'm wondering if this, I don't think this is probably a blacktip, because everyone I've ever caught, they come up spinning. They come up thrashing around right away. This may be something different right here. Hell, it might not even be a shark. I don't know. It could be something else even. We'll know if we get him over here and get a look at him. I see my head. The head's been flung up the line right there. How about that? Trolling a head bait against the current, 2 or 3 miles an hour, just pulling it behind us, and we got that thing eat, man. That's awesome. Right there's our head. Oh, I see him over there. I see him right there. No, that was a different one. Oh man, that was a different one right there that just went by. Ours is right here. There was another one went that way. I thought that was our fish. I don't know what kind of shark that was, but he was definitely a shark. Oh, I can't get this one up. He's right here under the kayak too. Gotta be careful here. Oh man, y'all. Y'all, this is awesome. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. My arm's already tired, y'all. This ain't a black tip here. He'd have done come up, man. He'd have been thrashing all over the surface. This ain't a black tip. Oh, I gotta be careful. I just done what I told you is we don't want to do is getting sideways like that. I should probably back off my drag just a smidge. Oh man. Oh man, this is awesome. Oh man. Oh, I got a glimpse of him here. I got a glimpse. I can't make it out. Oh. He just took off again. I can't make out what he is. I mean, he's definitely a shark. I can't make out the breed. He's just gonna sit here and spin us in circles. I think it's gonna be one comparable to the last one. Size-wise, just don't know what type. There's the edge of my leader. Actually, I think that is a black tip. I think that is a black tip. He just didn't come up thrashing around the surface like they normally do. This is so awesome, y'all. This is so awesome. All that ground we made up trolling up through here, we've lost it. We've lost it as we drift back down. Worth it though, man, totally worth it. I've lost count now. Is this 7 or 8? Either way, man, it's been a lot of activity through here. And we know there's another one too, because I saw him swim by. I thought it was this one, and it was the other one. Oh man. Gotta rest my left arm a minute, folks. Already tiring out. I'm getting wore out by these fish. We ain't even hooked a giant yet. And I'm already wore out, man. There goes our bait down. Wouldn't it be something if another shark come up and snatch that bait while we're fighting this one? That would be an experience. Yeah, it's a black tip. It is. He didn't act like the others I've caught. He just keeps spinning us in circles here. Trying to get him up. He does what he wants. He's strong, man, I'll tell you that. This thing is, all these sharks are strong, but this one here, he's stronger than the last two. There he is. Oh, buddy, right there he is, folks. Right there he is. There we go. That's a better look at him. Let's see where he's hooked at. Oh, he's actually on the side of the mouth. Now, if he wants to tire down, he ain't. I mean, he fought harder than the last one, but he's probably another one there in that, I don't know, 4 or 5 foot range. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Let me back off that drag a little more. Let's see what we can do with him here. Let's see what we can do. Oh, Lord. He ain't ready for me to reach my hand down there close to his mouth yet. I'll tell you that. He ain't ready for that. Oh, stay out from them pedals now. There you go. He's gonna take us up here on this flat, I guess. He's gonna. Yeah, buddy. Oh man, this is so awesome, y'all. This is so awesome. I'm hooked up on a shark with basically a stand-up paddleboard here with the seat, man. That is awesome. This is so much fun. Now, do I dare grab this leader right now? We got him right here. There he is, folks, right there beside us. He's probably 4 to 5 foot range, I'm guessing. He's almost half my kayak length, so my kayak's 11 feet. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see what we can do. He looks cool right there on that shallow water, don't he? Here goes one of them tour boats by. Let's get him over here and see what we can do here. We might be able to de-hook this one. Boy, he stick my hand that close to his mouth. Oh, Boy, I hate doing that. That's just dangerously close to his mouth, folks. Oh, shoot. Oh! All right, yeah, I ain't. Let's do that right there, buddy. Let's do that right there. There he goes. There he goes. Oh, buddy, I cut him. Oh, we about to get, dadgummit. That boat's, oh crap. We're washing up super shallow right here, folks. I gotta pump my pedals. That right there, man, we're super shallow, man. If I was in my bicycle pedal drive, we'd have probably flipped right there because it would have got caught on bottom and we'd have got rolled in them ways. These I can flutter kick forward, but that was awesome. That was awesome. Man, y'all. I thought I was gonna be able to maybe get that hook, but he's strong. He's still strong. Oh, that's another one, man. I'm so pumped up today. This is so freaking awesome. We're gonna try Bahia tomorrow. If it goes well, great. I'll go back there on Friday. If not, I'm gonna come back here. And we're gonna get started right away, just drifting this channel here. This channel is apparently, you know, right here, it's got this big flat off each side of it. This channel is apparently where it's at. I mean, we have hooked multiple sharks down through here now, and that one there, he had that friend with him because I saw that one going to the left and he was going to the right and it wasn't him. Boy, y'all got water all over you too. We got spray all over. Do we even have battery? Is this thing even going right now? It's still going barely. Battery's about dead. Them fellas over there, they about to hook a shark. They don't even know it. But folks, that probably needs to be the last one because, again, I got a long ways to go unless I can get out up here. And I got to take my girlfriend to the turtle hospital today or I'm going to be in big trouble. So, this has been awesome, y'all. I hope tomorrow goes, I hope tomorrow we get as much action. I hope we have better luck. Well, it seems like we got all our bad luck out there in the beginning, and now I kind of dialed some things in here as far as setting my drag a little looser. We know whether it's balloon or just trolling along without one, we know we can bust some fish here in this channel with the cut bait, and that's yesterday's cut bait too. So I feel a lot better. I'm feeling a lot more confident now. Certainly more confident than I was about 2 hours ago at this time. So anyway, y'all, I guess I'm gonna wrap it up. The battery's about dead anyway. I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do to get out of here. I'm gonna throw out this spoon behind me for sure and try to get us some more bait on the way here in a second. No matter what I do, whether I just go up here or I make my way all the way back, I'm gonna throw out that spoon and try to bust something. But anyway, I'll go ahead and say bye to you, and I gotta say bye to myself. I gotta say bye to these sharks, 'cause I gotta get out of here. God forbid I hook into something now that took me 2 hours to land. I'd be in real trouble. So anyway, y'all, thanks for coming with me today. It's been so much fun for me. I hope it's been fun for you. The Keys adventure continues. Got 2 more days after today of this, folks, so come with me. Hopefully I'll be filming for part of it. And regardless, I'll see you here in a few days in the next video. See you then.